What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I'm over here looking for the energy, man. I had to ask myself before we started, am I allowed to have small Deke energy today, man? Is that acceptable for me?
It happens.
I was a little tired, bro. I'm dragging a little bit, man. It was an early morning, a long late night. So, I'm over here a little, energy's a little low right now, man. I got to get it going, baby.
Well, we got some topics that might liven you up a little bit.
We do got some hot topics. It got spicy all of a something, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was something we were eating. Maybe it was something that was a little bit healthier that we're eating now. Maybe that was the spice that we were looking for. We know we got extra spicy action that just transpired going on the West Coast right now with the free agent that we were kind of looking into and stuff like that. So yeah, we got action. Then me and you also, we back outside this weekend too for the first time in forever.
Yeah.
So we got, you know what? We do got a lot going on, huh? We got some heat, man. What you been up to today though, babe? Talk to me, man.
Not too much at all. Just woke up, prep for this a little bit.
You say, yo, nothing. Just woke up.
Not just woke up recently. I woke up around 9 o'clock, but
all right.
Just woke up in terms of like, that's one of the main things in my day, really.
Absolutely.
Did that. Watched a little bit of the All-Star game. Prep for this thing. Now I'm here.
I respect that, man. I like that a lot. Shoot, let's see, man. I had the early morning, man. I was doing the KDKA AM radio this morning. So we was up doing the 5 to 9 with my man Larry. Shout out to him. That's always a blast. Then after that, man, hopped on Sirius XM for a little bit, man. Chopping it up. I had to go up there and defend Big Ben's honor, man.
I was going to say, is that what people are asking
That's
you
what
about?
I've been on about all the past couple of days. Just we're defending Big Ben. And I do take pride in it, too.
I like to hear that.
Because I always enjoy when I'm called the hater every once in a while, but then I'm always called for these moments to rise up and speak proudly about my man 7. So it was a good vibe, man. And the tour just keeps going. So, we figured, hey, we're going to do it in here today too, man. We got to talk about Big Ben's new physique.
You should be well versed.
I am. I can tell you everything about a 6-pack or not 6-pack, but either way, like, I got you. We already know it's the BR7. We threw that out there as well. I don't know if anyone's put it out. I've been saying that for a minute. It's the BR7. And
you did? Did you see my tweet?
No, you tweeted it. You tweeted what you tweet.
Oh man, I gotta show you.
No way, you tweeted that. No way,
dude. I made the whole book cover.
Are you serious? I didn't even notice.
Hold on, let me check it. Let me show you.
I love it. See, that's that simpatico right there, man. Our minds are in alignment, bro.
All right, hold on. Let me pull up my Twitter.
Hey, Jack, shout out to you blowing off school to watch, man. We appreciate you, man.
Dude.
Education is important, but entertainment is more important.
Right here.
Yo! Whoa!
Yeah, I had to mock it up real quick yesterday.
I'm not going to lie, yo. I love your skills, bro. That is crazy. That's young Ben. Got the BR7 method.
I don't know what that was from. The BR7 method. And then for Brady's, the TB12 method. Yo. Underneath it says... How to do what you love better and for longer. For Ben, it just says how to be the GOAT.
Yo, I had no clue.
I got the book cover for whenever he wants to release the secrets.
Absolutely. Yo, that is awesome right there. So yeah, man, we had the conversation because the reporter that actually dropped the article, we actually had him on one of the shows that we were doing, so we got a chance to really
sick.
Catch it. Like, I forgot the guy's name.
He seems like a funny ass dude.
What's his name? It was like
Ryan Bird,
because he covers like the Olympic sports as well. So it was funny, like when he first came on, the dynamic, right? It was like, all right, we're hearing him and we're hearing how the source played out and stuff like that. So we're picking his brain, asking questions. And in the middle of it, when he says the part about it being better than TB12s, that's when I was like, yo, call it the BR7. And from then on, like, I just been saying it in my mind the whole time. But we're going to get to 7. We going to get to that part of this thing, man. We're not going to rush through that.
Don't have to.
Nah. In fact, we're actually enjoying these opportunities to converse about Big Ben. This is fun. We like talking about the good players that are doing good things, man. We like this right here, baby.
Yeah, outside of the early offseason news about his
man.
Contract and stuff, we haven't talked too much Ben this offseason. Right. It's been a lot of Haskins, Mason a little bit.
And it's been a lot of, okay, is he going to continue to play? Is he not? Okay, he decided to come back. All right. Well, is he going to be better than that or not? But we haven't really, like you said, just been able to enjoy a conversation about 7 without it being
time
like
someone drops some good news.
Seriously, man, like everything just seems like it's negative, and you have to like you obviously some of the negativity has truth to it, but it's like we always have to like gauge how far we want to give that credence, because we also know the underlying tone of just the disdain for 7 for some reason.
Seriously, too many people taking
man.
bad angles on their Ben takes.
Yeah, man. So I always just enjoy just, whenever we can get a light topic that is just fun to talk about. And that's definitely what we're going to do with that. But before we get going, man, let's get into this chat real quick, man.
Sure.
Oh, shout out to Dylan Smith too, man. He says that this 3-month upper room member badge is looking real nice. My friend, I will say I concur with that statement. Yes, it is beautiful. Shout out to you, man. And still Nation 412 is laughing at the "I just woke up" part from you. so South Florida still says
probably,
just woke up. It's
probably a lot of people think that's actually the case. They wouldn't be wrong about my life, if this was like, a few years back. Yeah. I mean, this was kind of my life, staying up till like 3 or 4 a.m.
Hey.
Then waking up around noon, but not these days.
I'm not gonna lie.
Around 9 o'clock.
That's what my vibe feels like today, because for me, I struggle with going to sleep at night, right? I'm always just high energy, can play the game all night, watch TV all night, study film all night, whatever. I'm gonna be up. So anytime I have these where I have to get up at like 5 or 4 in the morning, it always kills me.
Oh, would you go to sleep like 1 or 2?
Bro, what?
You didn't even sleep.
I went to sleep at 4, and my wife is tapping me at like 4:45. Like, all right, it's time. And then I come back afterwards, get a little hour and a half, and it's like, I'm back up. It's time.
Yeah,
to
this is bad.
So
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? That's why I was like, when I said the energy, I felt a little off, but I feel like it's college too, because how many times, like, or just not, you don't have to be college, but in your early 20s, late teens, you out there, you pulling them all-nighters, and you take it with pride. I'm holding it with pride right now. I'm loving this all-night feeling, baby.
It sucks that you probably didn't do anything physically active.
I did. Well, actually, I did work out last night too, because I was so
before going to sleep. Though.
Yeah, I was so bored in the middle of like laying there. It was probably like midnight when I started my workout.
What I mean is, after you wake up, usually if you wake up early and you're golfing or you're doing something physically active, you just forget about it. You don't realize it until you get back home.
Yes.
And then there's an hour or two that goes by. You're like, holy hell.
Yeah.
So that's what probably even makes it suck more, is that you're sitting around and you could feel it.
Yes. When you got that time to just sit, you're like, oh no, don't sit, don't rest. But here we're good because I'm talking. As long as we're talking, we're good. We're going to get active.
That's what I mean. With the topics we got, already we're starting it off pretty strong.
Topics, man. Crazy topics.
I think we'll be all right.
Chat going crazy. Andrew said, wake and bake, Deke. You know what time it is, man. You don't just wake up from a 2 o'clock nap and not wake and bake. If you're not on Mars or in the process of getting shot up to Mars, like, what are we doing here, baby? That's all I'm saying. Come on now. Won't play them games. And shout out to Dylan also saying he's finally not at work for a live. We are glad that you are not at work today. We do like for you to, be able to take a little bit of time off and enjoy us. And Josh B is here for his second live show. Glad to be here. We're glad to have you here as well. And Mike McKissick, like I said, I think, did we already shout him out about him saying he's watching at work as well? But either way, man, we appreciate you doing that.
We got a lot of people watching at work and skipping work, skipping school.
Got Vikesh said he missed the last live. And just wanted to say, you got a nice kitchen, man. It's clean. Talking about from the video, where we was showing the ribs. I appreciate that, man.
That was one of the first things I noticed about your place whenever we started linking up and doing videos. Man,
I appreciate that. In fact, wife, you should appreciate that. Wife, I appreciate you, because she's always a stickler about keeping the kitchen clean.
Because that was one of your first videos, actually. Yeah. Was with Peter's Pasta.
Yeah.
And you did the interview, and then you also had him cook up some pasta for us, which was amazing. It was. But you did it all in the kitchen. I'm like, yeah, this kitchen's pretty nice.
Well, I like when you say it like that. It's pretty nice right here, man. It's dope. That's the vibe right there, bro.
Yeah, just telling the truth. And he's literally blown up since that interview. He
has, dude. He's a TikTok guru. I think he's like 2 million on TikTok, right?
Yeah, 2 million on TikTok.
Yeah, man. He's doing
now
his
he's traveling
thing,
the world just making pasta and stuff.
I like
Good
it,
for him.
Man. Heck yeah, bro. I'm glad we got that connection with him too, man. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, you never know when you need it.
You never know. You're right, man. We might link up down the line somewhere, man. But nah, that's a vibe, bro. And then, oh man, shout out to Destin vs. the World. It looks like we have a new official member. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Destin vs. the World. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. We appreciate it.
Shout out to his logo too. That's the Madden 10 cover right there.
It's clean. It is clean. Speaking of covers, have you seen what the NBA with 2K did?
Yeah, they're pretty badass.
Like that is dope with the Durant cover. They got the Candace Parker one. I saw a Luka one as well. Like they were really diverse with the cover. I mean, Candace Parker becoming the first women's cover athlete. Like that is nuts. And she definitely deserves it, man.
the artwork or the branding, the designs are badass
Yeah.
too. It's almost like portraits.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
that's what it looks like.
There's an art aspect to them that I really like. And yeah, all of them are really sick. They have the 75th anniversary one with Dirk, KD, Kareem, Luka on the one, and then Candace Parker on the other. They have been doing, I don't know if they did it last year, but they've been dropping multiple covers for a little bit. Because I remember back in, was it 2K14, 2K13? They did a Jordan, they did a Bird, they did a Magic.
One where they had with Kobe, they had a multiple one with him. I thought it was another one I saw where they had like 2 or 3 different cuts. That's like their past 4 or 5 releases. I feel like I've been like that.
They did one with KD, AD. Well, there was one other player. I think D Rose, like all on one cover. It wasn't like separate covers. But yeah, it's cool, man. I really like the artwork behind it too.
Yeah. Now, that's a dope concept, man. So I like that. And anytime you're doing something that's progressive, anytime you're doing something that's going to just continue to raise awareness in other avenues. You know, we're big advocates of women's sports. Obviously, we've had women come on and do interviews with WNBA players. Shout out to Bria Hartley for that one. But yeah, man, anytime you get a chance to see history like that with Candace Parker being, you know, the first woman to graze one of those covers, like that's a dope thing right there, man. So glad we got to see that. And Crew Hefner, shout out to you being at work, baby. Hope you're not working too hard. Reginald, same for you, all right? Even though he says he watches every time at work. You know, and this the thing, man. We always try to play with these times because we're like, yo, we got the West Coast people. You got the people out the country. You got the people on the East Coast. You got the people that work at this time. They get off at 3. We got the people that get off at 5. You got the morning people. So we're always trying to figure out the best time. But I feel like there never really is a best time, man.
Probably not.
It's never a best time because there's too many of y'all, which is a great problem to have, is it not? You know, we rather it be this way than the other way. It's like 2 of y'all, and we're like, so y'all said 3 o'clock? Oh, all right, bet.
That'd be amazing.
I ain't gonna lie.
It would be hilarious.
So you remember early on, I was talking about doing the live Q&As for the upper room. And sure enough, the reason I postponed it because the time I was about to go in there, it was at the beginning part and it was like 10 people. And I was like, this is going to be really, really weird. Just, hey guys, of the 10 of you, what time works best? I like the feeling of it, man. I was not in the right place for that at the time. So now that I feel a lot better about that, now I'm like, all right, we can just throw it out there.
I think
it'll be at this time. But it's you understand the feeling though, right? Like,
yeah,
like, dang, it's one of y'all. Well, we're gonna make sure it's the funnest between me and you. But yeah,
no, I get what you're saying because my Twitch stream, I don't have as many like followers and stuff on my Twitch channel where I do the live streams.
Yeah.
There's points where it's pretty nice, like a little bit over 20 or something like that. There's times when I start losing, I think people start bouncing. It gets down to those single digits. I'm like,
you're like, no.
I just say, hey, I feel bad for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna play my best.
Oh man, yeah, it's not a good feeling, man. It's not a good feeling.
We got another upper room member though.
What we looking like? Where we at? Let me scroll. Oh, Steeler Nation on fire. Love the name, even better emoji, baby. Yes, indeed. But more importantly, Steeler Nation on fire. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. Oh man, and Dark Donnie says it's 1900 in the UK, so no work for him. Now I wonder if that's still 1900 as if it was counting on our time. I don't know the time difference though.
That's military time.
Yeah, it's military time, so it essentially should be 7 o'clock p.m. But I don't know what time zone though.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. He's 7 o'clock over there.
So it'd be 7. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Because you got to think from East Coast to West Coast, it goes backwards.
Right. So yeah. So that's probably why he said he's not at work. I hope you're not at work at 7 o'clock at night, baby. Hope you're relaxing, kicking your feet up, enjoying something nice.
Yeah.
Maybe it's dinner time, man. You never know.
Maybe hit up the pub.
Yeah, absolutely. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Man. All right. So before we get to Big Ben, you know, the happy part of this conversation, the part that we're really excited to talk about, we have seen a lot of people in the comments bringing up Richard Sherman. So even though he wasn't on today's docket, we said, man, this is spicy. We got to talk about it. So we are going to give our reactions to it. All right. So for those that aren't aware, this is still playing out as we speak. The reports came out about 2 hours ago that Richard Sherman was arrested on charges of burglary, domestic violence. and he was it booked at 6 a.m. this morning and was denied bond. All right, so that was the initial thing. Then about an hour or two after that, Adam Schefter, I believe it's Adam Schefter, I want to say, who's tweeting out these reports. He also tweeted out that the police are also investigating him for, it looks like a hit and run incident that was taking place about an hour prior to him being arrested. So that's everything that's transpiring right now. But to give a little clarity on what the actual charge is that is currently going on right now, right? We don't know what it could grow into, but what is currently is just burglary, domestic violence, which essentially means that it was a domestic argument going on with him and either a family member, significant other, girlfriend. Either way, he had a disagreement going on with them, and he was trying to get back into the residence, but it wasn't his residence. So by him forcing his way in, that's where you get the burglary element of it versus it just being trespassing, right? Because he actually broke into the residence, and because it's a significant other, family member, somebody of direct relation like that, that's why you get the domestic violence attached to it. So it's not necessarily that he hit a female. We don't know that just yet. But the initial charge is just simply the burglary, domestic violence, which is him trying to force his way back into a residence that he doesn't live in with somebody that he's involved with. That's just the clarity of that situation right there. So him being denied bond also is a formality, because this is in Washington, I want to say right now, if I'm correct, right? Washington State.
Yeah.
So what they said was essentially in Washington State also, if you're charged with anything domestic violence related, you're not going to receive a bond until you see the judge. And obviously him getting booked at 6 a.m, judge isn't there at that time. So that's the big reason why he was denied bond initially. So as this thing continues to play out, we'll give you an update if we get updates while the show is going on. But that's the situation going on with him. Very, very touch and go right now. I know he was somebody that we had talked about him being on our radar because the cornerback position. But yeah, this kind of changes things a little bit. Not a lot, but enough.
Yeah, you just got to see how everything plays out because, like you said, when did the initial report come out? 2 or 3 hours ago?
Like a couple hours ago, because this apparently happened
new
last
information's
night.
Coming out. 33 minutes ago, Adam Schefter tweeted something. Then 6 minutes before that, he tweeted something. So
yeah, it's
you just got to wait for all the information to come out to really have some type of definitive reaction to it. There is also something that was said here, though, about the hit and run. It's not like he hit any cars, it seems. It says
it was a barricade,
damage to State Department of Transportation property. And, car struck a concrete barrier. Mm-hmm. So, that's kind of all the information that we have right now. Yeah, so this is, like I said, it's interesting because if it just stays where it's at right now, not as bad, right? Compared to if it was a report where he actually had physical contact and hurt someone, that obviously changes everything. Yeah, he'd probably be suspended.
Absolutely. So that's the part where we're all just kind of waiting, right? We're not going to pass judgment ahead of time. We know he's done something wrong at least, but we don't, in terms of the severity of it, right now, not as bad, just based on the information that we have. But we'll continue to, monitor it and we'll see how it goes. But in terms of him coming here to Pittsburgh now, you definitely, you have to wait. Like, that changes a lot because we know, in terms of domestic violence, it's something that we don't tolerate. We're not a fan of it at all. And yeah, if it were that's not cool, but hopefully it's not. And it's, for me, I know it's a little bit weird because, like I said, I've interacted with Richard multiple times, seeing him in, these NFLPA meetings, man. He's he's actually the vice president of the PA's executive committee. It's a serious spot. high ranking. Never got that vibe from him. He always seemed like a person that's just in control, understanding the circumstances and typically thinks before he, reacts and stuff. So this to me was a little bit surprising because he just doesn't really follow his character.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. From everything I've heard in terms of his interviews and people talk about his Stanford pedigree. Mm-hmm. When the report came out, I was pretty surprised. But I guess we will have to see, because if it is one thing versus the other, the one thing that we're talking about right now, where it's just like, was it an argument? He's trying to break in the house. That's definitely less severe than because something that involves actual physical violence.
Yeah,
absolutely. Not a good look either way. But it's still so early in this whole process that we just don't know.
Shefty's still tweeting out stuff probably as we speak right now. Like, So yeah, it's one of those things, man. Very unfortunate situation across the board, though, man.
Yeah. Do we have anything else? Because that's the thing. If we're talking about his NFL future, it's just like, okay, we gotta wait. We gotta wait.
Because I mean, it's no different. You think about the Deshaun Watson thing when that came out, like how the initial report was, and then we saw the big like bombshell with all these other people, you know, coming out, and then we saw it kind of die back down again, and now it's kind of just like in limbo, like what's really going on right now? We don't really know. But that's why when you don't have all the facts, when you don't know all the details, you don't just come up here and make these crazy statements. And that's what me and my dog Deke not gonna do. We do it.
Yeah, we're trying to just stay low key.
Absolutely, man. You acknowledge it. We give a little bit of that, but you know, we'll wait and see with it, man. But if you're ready, I'm ready to transition into what's gonna be a fun discussion. So, are you ready for this, man?
I think so.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
I've been ready. Yeah.
Are you ready for this, Deke? We gotta talk about BR7. I can't wait to talk about the BR7 diet. Ooh, Hercules. Let's get it, man.
I lost the pop-up chat.
Oh, man.
Hold on.
Minimize your screen. Oh, there you go. You back.
Restore chat.
Yeah. Now you got action. You got action.
We're back. Yes, BR7 method. Yeah, what about it?
BR Hercules. So tell me your initial reaction to said, you know, the new diet, the strict workout plan. They said that my man's diet and workout regime or regimen is stricter than Tom Brady. Well, he didn't say Tom, but he said it's stricter than Brady. And we know Brady is like the pinnacle. He said it's stricter than Brady. I said, oh, Lord, I can't wait to hear this from Deke, man. So talk to me, Deke. We got the GOAT, right?
The GOAT.
We got the GOAT, man.
So my reaction to this news, I took $111, put it into a DraftKings account. It was FanDuel account.
Whoa, what are you doing?
DraftKings was undergoing maintenance in the morning.
That's
what happened. I initially went to DraftKings, and I was like, I want to make this bet. I want to place this investment right now.
Oh, my gosh. Deke, I can't believe you, man. I cannot believe you, man. Out of all the... Really?
They shouldn't have been undergoing maintenance at that point.
And they should have been rocking with us during this time of year, right? And not waiting for the season. So,
yeah, sure. I had no time.
And we're going to send shots and go, doo. Let's send a shot over there then, man.
Yeah,
so we love y'all, DraftKings. You know we got love for y'all. We ain't tripping.
Took $111, went to FanDuel, went to the MVP odds for the 2021 season.
Okay.
Scroll down to Ben Roethlisberger. I see plus 9,000. Take that 111.
Okay.
Put it on Big Ben.
Dang. So what's the payout for that? Like
almost 10,000 bucks.
I'm about to say, yeah, about 10.
Basically, no. I was gonna do this. What's crazy about it is, remember we were talking about it the podcast before. Someone mentioned in the comments like, odds, "Hey, put $150 on Ben, you could win over 10,000 bucks." I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do that.
Well, I mean, it makes sense just to do anyways for the sake of the odds.
Yeah, you know what? Why the hell not? But then I woke up and I'm seeing these reports. I'm like, yeah, this is my reminder. Let me do this right now. Yeah. So that's exactly my reaction right there.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, just putting in a little investment.
Yeah. Well, just next time, can we do it with the sponsors though? God, dog, Deke, just kill me. No, it's all love, man.
They need to get some better people in IT or something.
No,
you're
right though, man. If I'm about to bet and one of the sites aren't working, I'm 100. You know, I got multiple because I got multiple affiliations over here. I'm over here like, let this one not work when I open it up. Let the location verifying process take longer than I would like. Oh, yeah, it's over. I'm going. You go hit that. Sitting that way. Let's get it.
Call me K saying he's putting $500.
Oh, I like the energy though, man. That's Big Deke energy. In fact, speaking of Big Deke, people are loving your stash, bro.
Yeah,
I'm seeing that in the chat. They're digging the stash right there, man. Like. It's super clean, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, if you just shave the beard and the stash is...
Why do I feel like mine doesn't work like that? Like, I feel like I wouldn't look cool if I came in here and just stashed up.
No, you know what you need to do? You need to do the AB stash.
The blonde one?
Yeah.
Stop it. Oh, that money. Can I see the sucker? You know, funny thing, too? I was listening to the radio, Sirius XM, and the song came on, A Whole Lot of Money.
It's not bad.
But it was not AB song. It was a totally different person, totally different melody. Absolutely. And I was over here feeling a little like confused, a little heartbroken, a little hoodwinked, bamboozled. I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't know if I should call and flag this or if I should call and say, AB, did you steal this? I wasn't sure what was going on. But either way, the song was definitely called A Whole Lot of Money because as soon as it popped up, I looked next to my daughter, my oldest, KK, and I was like, yo, KK, this AB a whole lot of money. And she looking like, Dad, what are you talking about? I was like, no. And I make the little face, and this chick started singing, and I'm just like,
oh,
bro, what is?
What was the year on it?
No, it was like now. It was recent. Yeah. Like,
so when the song dropped,
I don't know when the song came out, but it was definitely I definitely like a week ago heard this song. I was like, this is nuts.
Yeah, that's the question. When AB dropped the song, it was 2019, 2020.
That's what I'm saying, man.
So if that song came out before,
I gotta look into that, man.
There's a lot of songs though with similar titles.
But no, it's like a direct title. It's a whole lot of money, and it's spelled a whole lot of like LOTT, a whole lot of money, a whole lot of money. You know, you got a whole lot of money, a whole lot of money. I love that song.
I don't think AB stole it.
I'm just saying, man. Just saying.
I think that was just on. I think that was on AB. I think that was just on AB's heart.
It really hurt my heart because I was so confused. Like, if you can see my face and my daughter's face, and I'm just like, yo, I don't know what happened here. I had such confidence. You know, like, as an older person, when you feel like you really about to kick knowledge or school somebody on something, like, I felt that vibe, and it was just like,
yeah, like, you know something the younger generation doesn't.
And yeah, for all that, I'm like, yep, I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. You want to drive? I'll go sit in the back, buckle myself in the car seat. Jeez. So that was my energy right there, man.
Dude, I'm not going to lie, though. I mean, I was amped up. I placed the bet on Ben for MVP.
Mm-hmm.
But even more than that, I've been saying 4 more years. And reports like this give some credence to that.
Yeah.
If Ben's going to be in the best shape of his life, if he's got this more strict diet than Tom Brady, if he's more motivated than ever, because this was also other parts of the report where Ben was like, he's tired of getting blamed for everything.
Yeah.
He's tired of getting this
he said his
undue criticism.
He said his ego is hurt and he's frustrated with all the criticism about him and his play and his personal, because that was the other thing that we had to talk to. His name is Ryan, correct?
Ryan, bro.
Ryan. I keep calling him Ryan. Yeah, it is correct though with Ryan, because we did ask him specifically to clarify what he meant by that when he said that he was tired of the criticism, because we were just trying to figure that out, like, to get to the bottom of it. And the quote, what Ryan said was, he's frustrated with the criticism about his play, but more so he's frustrated about people coming basically at his character, about him being as a father, as a husband. That's the part that he really said that he's the most frustrated about when we kept asking Ryan, like, yo, like, talk a little bit more about it. He says that he feels that people, instead of just focusing on his play, they try to get on him as a person. He's like, he understands he made mistakes, but these are mistakes from, almost 20 years ago. And his whole thing is, what would it be like if you're constantly having to be reminded those mistakes every single time? But I guess for me, I personally didn't feel that people critique him on that. Maybe I'm not seeing that. I feel like everybody critiques him on his play, though, from what I've seen. And that's the part where I was just kind of like, I'm not going to not critique your play, because as a franchise quarterback, that comes with the territory. We praise you when you play well. We critique you or criticize you when you don't play well. But I don't really see people like coming at him as a husband or as a father, but maybe I'm off. Do you see that?
I think there's some built-in anti-Ben bias in people.
Okay.
And that leaks over to their, like, football takes.
Got you.
If that makes sense. It's not, it isn't overt, but they'll just say, like, oh yeah, Ben sucks. He's over the hill or something like that. We got to get rid of Ben. And then you just don't really see any veracity or reasoning behind that. It's like, why do you think that? Like, how many games do you really sit down and watch or understand how good this dude is?
That's my whole thing, man.
And I told you, dude. Like, it was even like whenever I was in high school when we were winning Super Bowls and stuff.
Well, because you said they were coming with the Charlie Batch jerseys on and stuff.
Some people wear Batch jerseys. Dude was wearing a Leftwich jersey, and
like, that's just crazy,
like, it was
man.
even. I'm telling you, it was even like maybe it was maybe more like 60-40 or maybe 70-30 at the time. But there were still a lot of like Big Ben haters that just thought he wasn't good. And something, like I said, some of it stemmed from they just maybe didn't like Ben as a person.
Got you.
And they'd be like, oh no, we get him out of here, whatever it is.
Got you.
It was just bullshit.
Because when I saw that, when Ryan brought that up, I was like, man, I really don't see that. I was like, I might have missed it, but I never have seen people really like. I mean, obviously people have brought up his past transgressions, but I didn't think it was consistently enough that it was on his radar, if that made sense. So that was the part for me that I was a little surprised with. But in terms of, man, the workout regimen, people take it 2 ways. Some people will hit you with the, well, why does he wait till he's 38 years old and then the 18th season to finally dedicate himself and get motivated? Why does it take media people getting under his skin to get him to work hard? Some people have taken that approach. To me, I look at it like this. It doesn't matter when you get motivated. If you get motivated now, great. The fact is you're extra motivated, which is awesome. I guess for me though, his workout regimen, I don't feel like that's going to dictate how well he plays, if that makes sense, because I've been in training camp where it was overweight Ben and he still balled out. I've been in training camp where it was Slim Ben. I remember that was 16, 17. It was like, oh, Slim Ben's the best shape of his life. He balled out. So
100%.
I feel like it doesn't matter if he's slim or thick. Thick. That's the thing. He gets thick. It's for the hot girl summer, hot guy summers. But either way, I feel like he's still going to be Ben. I think the bigger concern, and this is also what Ryan said, he said that in Ben's camp right now, they're not necessarily worried about his arm, his ability to do, anything like that. And even with his dieting, they said that it's more so they're concerned with his knees. They said that even with him losing weight, he still isn't going to be able to move well. So that's their thing. They're like, but if the O-line can protect him, they feel like they get enough pieces around him. We've obviously said this too. It's more than enough pieces around him between the wide receivers and obviously Najee being here, that it's plenty of talent. But that the guys up front, they have to protect him. If they can't keep him clean and he's forced to have to be the old school Big Ben and throwing guys off, that's what they're saying he's not going to be able to do right now. And they're saying just mobility wise, like it's going to be a little bit more limited, which is understandable. But if he's still going to be feeling great and he can still sling that rock, that's the most important part.
100%. And doing some of those things that we never really seen out of Ben or the Steelers offense with those short passes and controlling the clock and just moving the offense like we did last year. I would like to still have some of those things. Yeah. We need to bomb the ball a little bit more though this year. I'm trying to think anything else, man. Yeah, I don't know. I was just amped up about the news because
I'm hype about it, bro.
If he's in this really good shape, I do think he can ball out this year. And like you said, we talked about this last year. Remember whenever what's his face brought it up? Jay Glazer. Yeah. I had the whole point. I'm like, dude, we never talked about or cared about Ben's health, fitness, or anything like that. You don't have Ben Roethlisberger
but funny thing
as your QB1 for that stuff. You have him for winning. Yeah. That's what he's done.
But even with that whole Big Ben, Jay Glazer thing, we went back and looked into it some more. Apparently, Jay said it kind of tongue-in-cheek, joking with Ben about the whole, his offseason regimen, his beers. So Ben kind of got upset and actually reached back out to Jay about that. And Jay did go back and apologize from what they've said. He did go back and say that, man, he was, joking and it wasn't like that. But Ben said that gave him a bad rep even more.
But here's another thing though too. Outside of Steeler Nation, I think basically every other NFL fan base doesn't like Ben. So that's the thing too. So I'm telling you, Jay Glazer comes out with that report, or even that kid comes out with that little TikTok,
and everybody goes.
It doesn't just go to Steeler Nation and our fans and our media. I mean, it goes out there, and then just I'm telling you, man, if you say anything good about Ben, like for me personally, I said, man, I think Ben's gonna be the best quarterback in the AFC North this upcoming year. Dude, people just go off and just blatant hate against it's just crazy. Yeah,
but I will say this too, though, in terms of when Ben was also saying that when people critique his weight and stuff like that, like it's an issue, that has been a lot of the stuff that he's critiqued on or criticized for, or gets the negative rap on, even this later on, was all self-inflicted in terms of the moniker of him being just, a guy that can show up and ball. He did it and it was great, but he did do it. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like it was made up. But now that is different for him, I think that for the people that haven't followed the journey, they don't see the growth. They just remember, well, this the same dude that said he would just show up. This is the same guy that looked like he would just, hammer a beer on whatever. This is the same guy that was doing this. And they don't see everything that's changed to see this has been as a 38-year-old grown man. He's not a 23, 24-year-old anymore. It's different. I just don't feel like with Ben, they see that or they allow him to grow out of that stage.
It's funny, too, because Brady even said, I think, for the first, I don't know how much of his career, but I think he said all through his 20s, he would eat McDonald's. He would eat shit. He wasn't taking care of himself in a healthy way like that. And like you said, it's a good thing. People are just on their own journeys, and people figure out how to do it one way or another. Because, dude, Brett Favre, like another example,
absolutely, man.
Was Brett Favre this dude that grinding in the film,
gamer.
Grinding the
they
tapes?
said he was a gamer. He wasn't showing up for training camp.
I know.
He's ready for the game, and he's gonna make it happen.
Yeah, and you saw how his career played out. So everyone's got their own little thing with this. Peyton Manning, he's not in the gym, or probably this dude that's, I don't know. He might have ate good. I'm just assuming here, going off the cuff, but he was more film study. He wasn't on this Brady diet, this vegan stuff. And we saw how Peyton Manning's body broke down eventually whenever he got into his early 40s. So everyone's got their own way of doing it. And if Ben's talking like this and serious about this, got a stricter diet than Brady, I'm amped up, dude, because this could extend his career.
Facts. All right, so let's get to the chat, man. Oh, first off, we got Rocky Stone Cypher. Shout out to Rocky Stone Cypher. You know why? Because he is officially a part of the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. We appreciate you, Rocky Stone Cypher. Yes, indeed. Now, Steeler Nation on Fire says that it took too long for the BR7 to do this diet.
Dude, he was winning without it. That's the thing.
Right,
you said this.
I'm with you, bro.
It's like,
I'm
bro,
with you. I'm just throwing it out. That's what he said. I'm
like,
with you.
did you care that much whenever we were in 3 Super Bowls from 05 to 10?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you didn't care that much. And when our offense was really awesome throughout the 2014s to 2017, 2018, did you care that much?
I'm with you, man.
You weren't.
I'm with you. Steven Smith, man, we appreciate you. Yes, indeed, man. Definitely appreciate the support. Oh, man. Shout out to, where my man? Oh, Ray. Shout out to you, Ray. Says best podcast. He loves smoking and listening. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Shout out to you. We appreciate that. Yeah. All right. And now we got some Ben predictions over here. Jeremy says Ben is going for 31 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, and 3,900 passing yards. I will say this. I like to bump that 3,900 up. I feel like extra game, he's going to be over that 4,000 mark. I like that, though.
He would have last year.
No,
I mean, he only played in 15 last year, and we had the drops and stuff. I think he ended up with 3,800.
Yeah.
So
3,800 minus a game. Yeah, he for a fact would have done that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, too.
Yeah, still Nation 412 has it right here.
I'm thinking less picks.
Well, yeah, I want to see if he can keep the picks down to as close to 10 as possible. That would be awesome, man.
And maybe 40 touchdowns.
Yeah. That would be awesome. Now, Steeler Nation has him close to 40. He has 35 touchdowns, 4,000 passing yards. So, yeah. Oh, and we got color. So, we got to read these.
Yeah, we got a couple.
Quick. Oh, man. See, this is what happens when you don't scroll all the way, man. This is on me, buddy.
We got a few. Actually, I'll take, I'll just say this. We got Steven Smith.
Okay.
He's making a nice contribution.
Oh, no, I did see Steven. Yeah.
Doesn't have anything to say, but thank you.
No, we appreciate that. So, I'll start with Joe because his is a little bit brighter.
Yeah.
So, the brighter it is, we got to speak on you first.
Sure.
All right. So, Joe, first off, we appreciate you, baby. Yes, indeed, from the bottom of our heart. He says, for someone who's been overweight, he had a very similar season statistically to Brady and as much touchdowns as Deshaun Watson and Ryan Tannehill with 0 run game and most drops in the NFL. Weird.
100%.
No, for a fact, man. Like I said, I don't feel like been in shape or out of shape matter. I care about that arm. Can he still make these throws? As long as he can do that, I don't care if he's fat Ben, slim Ben, like you said, or thick Ben. Either way, he's gonna get it done. He's gonna get the job done, man. We know what he's capable of. The biggest question mark is just the consistency on the downfield throws. But if everything is going like how he says and like the reports are that he's back and he's great and he's feeling good, well, then that should answer itself as soon as the season starts. And from there, we go back to putting our focus on the offensive line. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't care about his weight, man. And this is the other thing, too, right? Because whenever you start hearing guys talk about being in shape, best shape of their lives, or they compare a diet to somebody else's, that whole TB12, then they instantly start saying, well, where is his six-pack? Why does he look like this? I will say...
Brady don't have one.
But no, this is the thing, though. Just body composition-wise. Roosevelt Nix, right? Our fullback. Remember the fullback? He actually just retired. Shout out to my dog and shout out to Chick. We're gonna pay them their respect soon. But think about Rosie, right? When you would look at Rosie never looked like he had the best body. I mean, it looked like he was a fat guy, right? But he was weighing less than I was by sometimes 10 pounds. But just because of your body composition, some people just naturally look a certain way. So even with Ben, he could be weighing 220 right now. Quarterback be weighing 250 right now. He's still gonna have that look about him because that's just his makeup, man. So that's the other thing I wanted to hit on when we were talking about him being in the best shape, because I'm sure people will look and they'll be like, well, when he puts the uniform on with the padding, well, he looks the same as he did a year ago. This is no different. And that's the little caveat with that.
No, definitely. Brady's not jacked at all. He's
he's super
trying
lean.
to avoid that in a way.
You want to be lean, man.
You hear about his workouts and what he tries to do. He's going for flexibility.
Jacked as a quarterback is bad because it restricts your motion. That's why
Brady
like
Tebow.
Quinn, absolutely. You don't want to be jacked, man. You got to be lean. You want to be loose, man.
Yeah, think of the great quarterbacks. How many of them were just like super jacked? Favre was probably the most jacked.
And Favre isn't even jacked.
No,
I would have said Vic.
Yeah, maybe.
But Vic still isn't even.
He was
jacked.
small.
He was
though.
small. Yeah. Who was probably the most jacked quarterback? That was
really good.
Yeah. Culpepper was just big. Culpepper reminded me more of like Big Ben as well.
I'm thinking Aikman. Was Aikman jacked? But no.
Aikman was just,
No, that's the thing.
You don't want your quarterback.
You don't want your quarterback like
it's
rigid
not good,
and jacked like that. You don't.
Nah, you want fluid throwing motion, man. Keep it smooth, man. Keep it smooth. All right, let's see. Where else are we?
Garrett Slingerland.
Oh, what you got?
We.
You gotta read it, man.
There's no replacing Tunch. But is there any chance this season we get Wolf and Moats broadcasting games next season? Personally, I'd kill for that.
That would be dope. If it does happen, I'll let you know. I'm not opposed to it, though. It would be pretty rad. I would rock with that, man. That would be fun. But like I said, we'll see, man.
Who knows?
See.
Who knows what happens?
You never know, man. This thing is fluid. You know? It's just happening. Who knows? But definitely big up to Tunch, though, man. John Doe, I see you loving prayers to Tunch. Yes, indeed, man. And I will say this, man. He still is in good spirits. He's still doing his morning walks every Wednesday, man, which is good. He's, like I said, he's fighting. This Tunch, baby. This Tunch we talking about, man. You know, he ain't going out like, you know, he ain't just going to go quietly into that dark night, man. My man, he keeping his spirits up, man. So definitely keep him in our thoughts and prayers, though.
Got one final contribution, I think, before we're all caught up.
All right. I did not
Kaleho.
see. Oh, okay.
Morning, fam. Thanks for making work easy. Love
this.
What's
up?
Shout
What's up? I like that, baby. And we appreciate you, too. But going back to some of these predictions for Ben, Chase, I think so you said Chase Grieve. I've never seen Chase spelled with a C like that. CHACE. That was different for me. He's saying 4,500 yards, 40 touchdowns, 11 picks. That's realistic, though, honestly. Like, when you talk about an extra game, when you talk about guys like Chase Claypool having another year in the system, you talk about the drops not leading the league. I mean, just that's typically how drops work, right? Most teams don't lead the league consecutively in a row. Like, it just doesn't happen. So that number is going to come down. But if they could protect them, man.
We take more shots downfield.
I will say, I do think that we could see a scenario, depending on how well Najee plays, yardage might be down, but touchdowns will still be up for Ben. Touchdowns will be up, picks will be down, but yards will be a little bit
might be similar.
But just because you got the running game, we know Najee's going to be a big factor in that. So that would be the only part that like I said, from a yard standpoint, if it's a little bit less than what we're thinking. But the rest of the stuff, I think he can do, man.
Yeah, I could see it multiple ways where, the yards might be down and Najee just has one of the best rookie seasons of all time. I could see that. Yeah. But I could also see the balance and Ben just getting an uptick in yards and taking more shots downfield. Could go multiple ways.
Now, Squancheesy.
Either way, as long as we're winning.
I think it's how you say it. Squancheesy, he says, what if Ben throws a pick six the first throw of the season?
Still got a lot of football left. Who are we even playing? We're playing the Bills.
Oh, man. No, don't do that. Right before halftime?
No, we can't do that again. We can't do that again.
I'll be sick, bro.
We got to learn from our mistakes last year. A lot of football left.
Yeah, it's very true.
Doesn't mean too much.
Very true. Very true. Oh, man. Let's see what. They say Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham wasn't that diesel, though, was he? Nah. In terms of like being a strong. Oh, this is the one right here. This is definitely the one. Atarius Barnes. He says Cam Newton. You can go with Cam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Cam.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, man.
Definitely Cam. And he's got a good arm.
Yeah, and I mean, for a while, now obviously he's slowing down because of just being beat up and battered, and he's trying to get back healthy. But yeah, he was one of those guys. He could definitely sling it. Yeah,
but he's not going to be I mean,
he improved.
Maybe he's. I'm thinking in terms of like the all-time quarterbacks.
Right,
I don't even know if he's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's not in that conversation. Not yet, at least.
No, but he was. Yeah, he was one of the greats over the past decade for sure.
I mean, in terms of like single season, I mean, you could put that MVP season up there with a lot. Like that was crazy what he was able to do that year. But yeah, in terms of all-time status, no, he's not in that conversation yet, man.
No.
Yeah. And shout out to Trina Still Diva. I see you in here, Trina Still Diva 5. You in the group. I'm here with you. I'm here with you talking about putting that love in the universe, man, for Tunch. Definitely got to have that out there, man, for a fact. And they said, my man Juan says, been drinking that diet Dr. P right there, man. That's what you need every once in a while, man.
Is that in the method?
Yeah, man. Because they said, I saw someone say he went from Budweiser to Bud Light. And that was like the big difference in the diet. You got to get that light beer. I thought he just went to the White Claws actually. White Claws and what's the other ones? the True.
It's everything. I mean everything now, dude. I mean Corona has seltzers.
Everybody
Bud Light has seltzers.
Right.
You can name any brand. I mean Coors Light has seltzers.
Are you a big seltzer guy?
Yeah, I'm into them now. But I'll drink anything basically outside of those IPAs. Really,
yeah.
I think I will drink anything. Okay. It's the IPAs I just really don't like.
Fair enough.
What's good about the seltzers? They're just refreshing.
Yeah.
They're I don't know how to put it.
I know they are a hit with the ladies. Like every time I see in the summer, like you go somewhere, every lady has one, or they want to order. It's like, yo. Everybody gotta drink this right here, just like that. Nah, it's fire. I order mine too. I ain't gonna lie.
The flavor isn't overbearing. Where if you're drinking like those twisted teas or like Mike's Hard Lemonades and stuff like that, like you can't even do it. Like the sugar and the flavor, it's just way too overbearing. The seltzers, you get some of that, just that nice flavor. You don't feel like you're drinking alcohol
and
at all.
It doesn't mess with your Brad Pitt Fight Club body either, man.
It's, I think it's real low on sugars and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll drink anything though. I still like beer. I'll drink seltzers. It's whatever.
And that's why we like you, Deke.
Yeah.
That's why you the
just
man,
no IPAs, honestly.
That's why you're the man, Deke.
I mean, I guess I would if it's some type of dare or bet or something like that. Maybe I would chug an IPA, but it's just not something I want to sit around drinking.
Oh, yeah, I don't either, man.
Now, people are you seeing this? People are bringing up McNabb, Steve McNair. I still don't see them as jacked though. They were like bigger bodied.
Big body, yeah. McNair was definitely not jacked though. McNair was built like Dante Culpepper to me. Like they were both like just thick, bigger bodied quarterbacks. They were the pre-Big Ben bodies. Before because obviously before Aaron Brady was like thin.
I think Ben was taller than both McNabb and McNair.
He was taller than both of those.
I don't know. And even if we are saying that, they're not Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Jacked like that either, man. None of those. McNair, Culpepper, Cunningham. Yeah, I think Cam Newton definitely.
Cam Newton's the one, I think. He's definitely the one.
That was like actually good because, I mean, we've seen jacked quarterbacks, but they weren't good. Jamarcus Rush was just big.
Yeah, he wasn't jacked. He was
just big.
Really talented.
Ton of big quarterbacks. He said Ryan Leaf. Stop that. Oh,
like
man.
Jay Cutler had a big arm. He's not jacked.
Now
Aaron Rodgers isn't jacked.
Luke says Deshaun Watson is jacked. Deshaun is lean.
Yeah.
He's very cut in tone, but he's super lean. When we think of jack, like think of how Tebow looked at quarterback. Like he looked like he got muscles on top of muscles just bulging out.
Tebow and Brady Quinn were the two.
Deshaun is lean, very very lean. He's built almost like a runner, like a track runner. Like that's what Deshaun looks like.
Think of Justin Herbert. Like
Deshaun is built like that.
Yeah, you could see Herbert's got some muscles, but it's not like overbearing. It's not even looking like he's trying to be like that in a way. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just something he's doing on the side time, but like his main goal isn't to get jacked.
Well, Ephraim did say that Herbert. They said that Herbert can actually lift a decent amount of weight too, which is interesting. But no, Dante Culpepper, I don't feel like those guys were. And Peyton Manning and Eli weren't very built. Nope, not at all. They weren't.
No, yeah. Someone saying Burrow? No,
like just because a guy has definition in his arm,
or he's young. Like I don't
like definition isn't jacked. You know what I mean? They said Flacco. Y'all better stop that, man. Like even Tyrod. Tyrod he's toned, but I don't think he's jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's too many jacked quarterbacks, man. Jacked is not good at quarterback, baby. That's why you got to be
That's
lean.
what I mean. Like that shouldn't be your goal.
Exactly.
Because there's no. He said Justin Herbert can lift weights. He wouldn't lift weights to the detriment of his throwing ability. Like he wouldn't do it to where his arms are looking like Tebow and Brady Quinn.
Very true.
There's no way.
Very true. Now, Crew Hefner.
Taysom Hill. Yeah, that's actually a good example of who I don't want. Who I don't want.
But you've seen his throwing motion. That's why. Yes. Great goal right there.
Actually,
man.
Russell Wilson's not a bad one.
Yeah.
That's not a bad one.
And I saw Terrell Pryor up here as well.
Pryor didn't do anything.
You're right, though. You're absolutely right.
Russell Wilson's that's actually probably the best.
Yeah, Russell's definitely jacked, bro.
That's the best one right
Russell looks like a like muscle hamster, bro. Like obviously we know that's Maurice Jones-Drew. Or no, that was the other cat. The played at University of Buffalo, was out in the Chargers.
People are still saying McNabb. Are we missing something with McNabb?
Pull up a McNabb picture, bro. Maybe I don't remember what McNabb looks like, bro. Like, are we talking Philly McNabb or are we talking Washington McNabb? Maybe that's what we're missing, huh?
Like young Philly McNabb, maybe?
Let me see.
I feel like that's just like...
That's his arm is contracted right now. He's playing ball. He's just a thick guy, though.
That's what I mean.
That doesn't scream big.
That's not jacked.
That's not jacked at all, bro. That's not jacked. Man, I knew we weren't sure. All right, what about Duck Hodges? He don't make the list?
No.
He don't make it? No?
No.
All right, I was just checking.
Yeah, I'm not saying McNabb. I think Russell's the outlier.
Russell,
he's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Russell for a fact is jacked though, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're absolutely right. Camo Kid 17. It was Doug Martin. Yes, it was. Man, is that you, babe, bro? Man, I feel like that's you, my little brother. Let me check, man. That better not be my little brother. Jack him up. But no, man, this is dope though. This is Andrew Luck. That's another guy they brought up as well.
No.
Tone got a nice frame on him. I wouldn't call him Jack though. Trace McSorley. I saw him brought up, but he's not good. We're talking. I say he's not good. I'm not gonna say he's not good. We're talking about like legit, like top tier NFL quarterbacks.
The main point. I think we're actually getting off the point because what people were saying about Ben, or maybe what the straw man or some people were gonna be hearing criticize Ben and his shape, like, oh man, why
does he look like?
Why doesn't he look so ripped or something? It's like, no, that doesn't equal in shape, fit,
not at all, man.
Or necessarily being a better quarterback. Because we could go off with like Brady, Rodgers. I mean, probably the top 10 like all-time greats. Really, it's like
none of
Montana.
those guys are like jacked. None of them. They're Tone lean though. Lean is good at quarterback, and that's what the BR7 diet is. That's the real question. Are you gonna pick up the BR7 diet?
I mean, I made the book cover, so I probably should check it out.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I'm serious, bro. You should take us on the journey with you, man. Like, first day of the BR7 journey. I'm eating kale. I'm drinking a lettuce smoothie with papaya and pomegranates in there. You just grow with that, bro. I want my 4th kale slushy. It tastes so awesome. BR7. You'd be the spokesperson.
It would be
the face of
it. Could be interesting. It could be a way for me to make up my Brad Pitt take, huh?
Yeah, and you're already you're close enough that it's not terrible, but you're not so far away that it can't happen. So it could work, bro. It could work.
What's my goal? To be able to bomb a football, or am I trying to look jacked?
Or maybe you're trying to look like 7.
No. I can't do. I'm not as tall as him.
No, but like just he gonna look flat. He's gonna look thinner, so it'll make you look thinner.
Nah, I think my goal would try to be that Brad Pitt Fight Club. That's what I want to do. But I think maybe
that's super lean, super.
Maybe
ripped,
the
though,
BR7 is
multifaceted.
Yeah, it's for what you need, and part of it's actually mentality. It's like,
oh yeah,
you could do the diet stuff, but you have to envision what you really want to look like. So that's why, that's why Ben wouldn't get the Brad Pitt Fight Club look. Whereas I could follow the same regimen. That's what the BR7's about.
Okay.
Because you heard. Is he actually doing yoga or no?
I thought he was doing yoga.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
maybe there's that element of it.
Jay Glazer said that when he said he just drinks beer and does yoga.
Maybe there's that element to it of spirituality where you try to find yourself a little bit.
And they did say, I did see this too. When I was talking with Ryan, he said that the source said that Ben is more likely to win MVP this year than to throw for less than 3,800 yards or 3,700 yards, something. It was something like that. He said he's more likely to win MVP. I was like, yo, that's big talk over here, man. I'm feeling the optimism coming out of the camp. I'm feeling the motivation coming out of the camp.
I'm loving it.
I don't know about you, Deke, man. It's getting me fired up, though, man. When we get angry 7, when we get fired, I've seen fired up 7. Fired up 7, man. When he shows up to the stadium, you just sit back like this, Deke. You like, bro, I ain't got to put my cleats on today. We covered. We're good, because that man is pissed, and he finna light all them up. We ain't worried. I've seen it, man. It's a lovely feeling.
And that's what I'm thinking, dude. I know he's only got 1 year left on his contract, but we talked about this. If he balls out, why wouldn't he be back if he wants to keep playing? Yeah. That's my main thing. So if he can ball out, get this MVP, just ball out. I don't even care. Let's keep winning games. The main goal is the Super Bowl, really. So let's just do that. Ben's going to be back. That's what I want to see. I want Ben for the next 3 or 4 years.
Man, I ain't going to lie. You about to have me. I'm about to go put my money down on DraftKings. But for Ben to win MVP, I'm gonna go put my.
You should before the odds get worse and worse,
man.
Because the buzz
catch on. You know,
the buzz is building a little bit. All of a sudden, week 1, Ben goes off for 400. The odds are just gonna get worse. So right now is the best time to get in. That's
definitely it. Hey, Andre Anderson, man, what up, baby? It's Boomer Sooner over here. You remember that's the Oklahoma Sooner fan. You know, he's always taking pride in knocking my squad out and going on and winning it all. Congratulations. I wish you would have been in here the other day. I had my JMU women's college softball hat on in here too. I put it on just for you. I was thinking of you the whole time, but you weren't in here. I was looking for you. Don't let me down like that next time. It hurt my heart. Anytime you're not in here, I get sad. I get really sad, you know?
I'm seeing more and more comments about Jack quarterbacks.
Uh-oh.
The main thing, in my opinion, what we were trying to get at, like, that should not be the number one goal of a quarterback.
You don't want to be Jack.
Brady Quinn and Tebow, like, that seemed like that was their biggest goal, to make sure they were Jack.
Big arms.
I'm seeing, like, Kaepernick, people are bringing up, like, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. It's like, I'm not thinking those dudes are trying to get Jack. They're just in shape.
Josh is a big guy, but he's not Jack. Like, he's not this big muscular... Like, nah, that's not him, man. He's just like a big dude.
Kaepernick was like Watson too, in my opinion. Like, he was just like leaned
built
out
like a runner.
He
built like a runner.
Yeah. I just don't think any of these quarterbacks that would bring up outside.
Dak, I don't think, like, Dak, you can make a case for Dak, but Dak isn't as muscular, or I don't feel like he's as compact and put together as Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson's the closest one, I would say. In terms of, like, maybe body type to Brady Quinn or Tebow, he's the closest one.
Yeah.
Which is the outlier, in my opinion.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So a couple of things, man. First, we got Crew Hefner, though. Crew Hefner says he's visiting Pittsburgh for the first time next week. And he says he can't wait to finally visit the best city, with the flame emojis. Man, shout out to you, Crew Hefner, for coming through to Pittsburgh, man. Enjoy yourself. Hit the Strip District, though, man. You got to hit the Strip. Go to the OG Pamela's, man. Get you some breakfast there. It's fire, all right? Yeah, obviously, if you haven't been to Permanis, which I'm assuming you haven't since it's your first time, you got to hit Permanis as well, man. But the Strip is, you can't go wrong right there. And it's walk-in, it's easy. It's a ton of fun to do. Ton of stuff to do down there, too, man. And then Black and Martyr. I'm glad. Shout out to you, Black and Martyr, for a couple of reasons. Number one, for, the love that you show this channel. But number two, this is something that we needed to talk about anyway. So, Black and Martyr says, looking forward to the softball game on Saturday. Don't know if we'll have a chance to meet you, but I'd be stoked either way. So I'm glad that you brought that up in Black and Martyr. This Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, me and Deke will be at the Three Rivers Celebrity Softball game.
It's up right there.
It actually is. I'm telling you, it's been everywhere, man. The advertising for it is out of control, man. Posted by my dog, Doran Dickerson, Pitt Panther, All-American, former teammate of mine with the Buffalo Bills. He's obviously an NFL alum. It's also going to be benefiting the Hayward House, which is Cam Hayward's foundation. And we're talking about Najee Harris being out there, Zach Banner, Big Zach, he pulling up. Alex Highsmith for the Hoopers out there, Julius Page, former Pitt Panther basketball player.
Legend.
Absolutely. He's going to be in attendance. We also got some Barstool people pulling up, man. Looks like Chevy Woods on the list as well. Pat Fry. Pat Fry was supposed to be there. I think he's on my team, actually.
I'm trying to look up the squads.
Yeah, because on my team is Zach, me, Pat Fryermuth, Deontay.
I see you're going up against Najee.
Haskins. Yeah, I got Deontay Johnson.
You got Haskins
on mine.
Ooh.
Local in terms of media, Colin Dunlap, man. It's going to be a vibe, baby. But yeah, man, me and Deke will be out there, man. So if you're at the game starts at 7 p.m. It's at the Wild Things Park, which is 1 Washington Federal Way, Washington, PA 15301. Or you could just go to odyssey.com/937 The Fan. And that way you'll have the link. In fact, I will copy the link for you real quick and put it in the chat. So if y'all are interested in, pulling up, that's all you got to do, baby.
I'm just trying to find these teams, dude. I want to break it down real quick to see who are you most concerned with on the opposing team, maybe.
Man, so on the opposing team, Cam Hayward, Najee Harris, those are the real threats. Kendrick Green is over there, though. I don't know if he's a power hitter or not, though.
I'm just so mad I can't find these so easily, dude. For the amount of publicity. I mean, you'd think I could just type it in.
Yeah.
Hayward softball or something like that. I'm going to try one more thing. If not, I'm just going to let it go.
What, in terms of the roster? I got you right
here. No.
Because I'm tagged in it. I ain't want to do this. I was trying to look all professional or semi-professional. Yeah, I ain't really professional at anything. I just be living my life. But yeah, the list is here. You ready? I got the teams.
You sure?
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so you want Cam's team first or you want Doran's team first? Because you got Team Black and Team Gold. I'm on Team Gold.
Whatever squad you're on.
All right, so on my team, okay, on Team Gold, the winning team, starting out with Joey Malinaro, Colin Dunlap, Chris Mack. Obviously, he's another radio personality on 937 The Fan. Yours truly. Then you got Morgan Ertz. So you got Chris Carter. He's another local media guy. Actually, man, we might do some stuff with him in the future. Justin Fabus, Alex Highsmith, though. That's the one right there. I think he's gonna be our ringer. I'm putting it on
home runs.
I'm calling it. He's the young stud athlete that we need. Pat Frymouth, he looks like he's gonna consistently get the job done as well, man. I'm calling a little Adam Frazier action with him. Actually,
I got the teams.
Then we got Terrell Edmonds on my squad, Deontay Johnson, Dwayne Haskins, and the big dog Zach Banner. I'm loving my
Cue
line.
the Deontay jokes in the comments, huh?
Yeah.
If he's in the outfield.
Oh, gosh. Stop it, man. Stop it. Why you got to do that,
I didn't say it.
Why you got to do that,
I'm just saying, it's coming. You know it.
Hit it to where Deontay is, ladies and gentlemen. Hit it to where he's at. You are sick, bro. And don't let him drop it and then get caught on camera.
That's what I mean.
If he drops a ball and it gets caught on camera.
That's the game of baseball, though.
Man.
You got to think,
man.
You put him at first base, you got to catch all the throws
Literally
to first.
Everybody in the chat just pops up. Deontay Dropson incoming. All the drops, baby. Hey, Garrett, he will get a steal on you. You're right. He will steal a base, though. That does count, man. That's funny. And what's Team Cam looking like? Man, we could have looked on the screen right now. Bro.
I know. I got it. I got it up right now.
Mom, I made it. My name is on Pat McAfee's channel right now. Shout out.
I'm seeing Diggs, Andrew Filipponi. This is for the other team. This is the opposing team. Paul Zeiss.
Paul Zeiss. Shout out to
Corey Graves,
those dudes, man.
John Irvin.
AKA our boy Banger, AKA Steeler Gang in the
I think he's their X Factor.
He's the X Factor.
I think he's gonna hit some balls.
The one. That's the guy.
Colby Armstrong.
Actually, Kobe's nice.
The hockey.
He's the ringer.
That's what I'm saying. The hockey connection with baseball.
Yeah.
There's something there. Hockey, baseball, and golf. If you got that type of motion, I think you could be good in any one of those three. So I'd watch out for him. Richie Walsh, Najee Harris.
Richie got some awesome hair too, man.
Tyson Alualu.
Tyson, that 2010 draft class, baby. You know
Kendrick Green.
I like Kendrick.
Julius Page. George LaRock, you got to watch out for.
Got to watch out for him?
Oh, yeah, dude.
You got to watch out for that dude.
Dude, yeah, you know who he is?
I'm unaware right now. No.
Dude, he's the guy we brought in. Like 08, 09. Like Sidney Crosby early in his career.
Okay.
Just to fight people.
Oh.
Just to fight people that were messing with Crosby.
Oh, he's the bully. I like that.
Oh, dude, yeah.
You need an enforcer.
Dude, his fights were legendary.
You need an
enforcer,
he
was legitimately
man.
like a boxer out there on the ice skating. Dude, he dropped people.
I'm gonna have to check
He's
this
a
dude
legend.
out, man. I love it. I'm just looking at my name. I'm sorry. It keep flashing. Yeah, I'm that guy right now. Yep. Y'all want full transparency. This is how you run a show. You have a show playing in the background of a show that you watching while you doing your show, and you just watch yourself pop up on that channel. It's crazy.
They're saying the same thing. They're concerned about you, I think.
No, man. They said we're the X Factor, bro. We gotta get out of here.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Are you on his team?
Oh, no.
There's a dude from McAfee on
I know. I'm not on his. Actually, no. I think I am on his team. I think that's go to the gold team real quick.
Right here.
I think that's. Oh, it's not the Justin. I think that's the Joey dude. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, no, Joey is the Barstool. Dang, go on. Oh no, it's Diggs. Diggs is the content producer for Pat McAfee. Yep.
He's on the opposing team. That's what I mean. I think they're concerned about you.
They're definitely concerned about me. They know I'm with all the action. They see,
dude. I like your team better. I like your team better.
We
actually
got a squad. I told him, hey man,
you got Haskins. Haskins got to be good,
bro. What, man? We're gonna dominate, man. Listen, and we're gonna have footage for y'all too, okay? For everybody that's here, and we're obviously talking about this, and we're excited about it. It's gonna be a fun time. First time that we back outside in over a year. It feels like, right, for me and you together,
just being out and about.
So we're gonna be out there. All right, but we're gonna have footage. We'll have footage for you afterwards, and we're gonna make sure that we show you some a little behind the scenes, man. Open up the curtain a little bit. We got y'all, all right. But if you are able to make it out, man, definitely pull up because it'd be awesome to see y'all in person.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that's this Saturday, man. And like I said, the link is already in the chat. In fact, I will pin this. I should have done this better, bro. I put the link in there. Man, I don't gotta pin it. I don't know.
You could put it maybe in the description.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description afterward. That's what I'll do, man. All right. So afterward, in fact, I probably could just add it right now. I'm a multitasker when I want to be.
Hold on. Wait, do you have the link or no?
Yeah, I already have the link.
I was gonna say it's not popping up.
No. I put it in the chat already. It's already been in there.
Okay.
But the chat has like moved since then. That's what I'm saying. I was thinking about pinning it so it can still be available.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
But I just added to the description at the end of this thing, man. We ain't worried about it.
Yeah, because I'm sure everyone just rushed to it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's how you got to do it. They just click on like, oh, it's there. It's time. Let's do it, man. So, yes.
Man, the Deontay Johnson calls.
Yeah, I'm about to say, gosh.
2020 season was inspired by Dante Moncrief.
Yo, y'all got to stop this, man. I forgot all
Deontay's
about
going to go off, man.
Time out. I forgot all about Moncrief. That was...
Dude, remember that...
That was bad,
that offseason heading into 2019, we were like, who's the number two? Dante Moncrief or James Washington? And those were legitimate conversations.
Yeah, we were a lot more confident in Moncrief at the time, too. Because I was out there, like, Ben had made the comments about James, like, not timing the jumps and running through balls and stuff, which is like... Yeah, man. At least with Moncrief,
because Moncrief did start. He did start,
and he had a good year with the Colts, wasn't it? It was the Colts where he came over to us, I thought.
Yeah, he had one season, I think, where he had around 700 or 800 yards.
So we were like, yeah, man, this might work out.
I'm actually kind of interested. I want to check out his stats real quick.
Yeah, man, go check him out, man. Shout out to David Dupree, aka DD Smalls. He says, "Can we bet on this softball game?"
Whoa.
Man,
what do you think his best season was? What's his yardage
for Moncrief?
Yeah,
640.
Okay, so he had 668 with Jacksonville.
Okay,
this was in 2018. Yeah, this was the season before we signed him. 2018, 668 with Jacksonville, but he had one with Indy 733 in his second season at 22 years old. And then his other two seasons after that, he had it in the 300 range, but he missed games throughout the season. Like the one season, he only played half the games.
Okay.
Only played 12 in 2017. So there was reason that you thought, all right, this could be a number 2 receiver.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I remember the conversations. It was just very disheartening when they did not play out the way that we expected them to. But such is life. But David did ask a good question, man. Are we betting on this softball game? I feel like we can't because we're not like competing against each other. If we're competing against each other, we could bet on this.
Yeah, I think your team's going to win.
Yeah, I think my team's going to win too, man.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, it's over for them, man. And I'm calling my shots.
Are you calling a home run?
Should I? I mean, I've watched Sandlot. That's my go-to.
I know the outfield fence gets moved off for these type of things.
Well, they don't need to move the outfield fence for me. I'm a big dog.
Out of the park home run, you're calling.
Big dog. Come on, man.
Oh.
Listen. You think I hang around big Deke energy all day to have small Deke energy in front of people? What you think this is, man? Huh? What you think this is?
I don't know.
I sit next to you with a stash. I sit next to you with no eyebrow up here. You think I'm gonna get out there and all of a sudden now I got stage fright? Now I can't go in front of them people? Dang, baby, watch! I might go there and point with 2 hands like this. We going that way.
Wait, who's your captain? You have Dickerson.
Yeah, Doran.
Oh, they have Cam though. Ooh,
I'm conflicted because Cam is my guy. Like you know how I feel about Cam. Shout out to the Apple Watch.
So if he's pitching, you got to send him deep, man.
I will.
Take him yard.
I will. And I will tell him, it's with love. But I'm trying to destroy you. Every time you pitch at me, Cam, I want to either hit line drives directly at you or I'm sending them out the park.
This would be so much more entertaining if it was legitimately baseball.
No, it'd be dangerous if it was legitimately baseball.
That's why it'd be more entertaining.
More dangerous, man.
dude, just imagine Haskins throwing from the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be there for that.
You're going up against Hayward. He's throwing as fast as he can. That would be entertaining.
You think about the lack of control that he would have throwing that thing as hard as he can. That sounds like I'm about to get hit by the ball, man. I don't want to get hit by the ball.
They just need to be 3-inning games. That's it.
Dude, that's why I don't play baseball, because I don't want to get hit by the ball. I want to fight you after I get hit. I don't want to just get the base.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, if them having LaRock, you guys are at a disadvantage there. He might take out your whole team if he gets hit by a pitch.
Man, like, dude, what? Yeah.
I would love that though. That'd be so entertaining.
It would be.
I really think it would be. It'd be a mess, but
I don't think anybody has a celebrity overhand pitch baseball tournament or baseball outing. Like,
people need to do it.
And because I'm trying to think, I've heard of competitive softball leagues. I don't even think I've heard of adult competitive league baseball, where it's overhand fast pitch. Maybe it is, but I don't know.
They're rare.
Yeah, I've always seen softball. It's always softball.
So you never played baseball growing up?
No, I did, but when I got hit, so I used to play up until Pony League, so I was always on machine pitch. Pony League was when it first switched over to actually having a kid pitch it.
Oh, how old were you then?
I was probably 9, 10 years old.
Because they called Pony League up here whenever you hit teens.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, so
I get what you're saying then.
Yeah. We were at, that was essentially the league, and literally my first day out there with the dude, because I love baseball. Baseball was fun. I was dope. When it was off the machine, yo, this is great. I love playing first. I play anywhere in the field. It didn't matter. Catch it did. I was good. But the first time I go out there, the kid throws the ball. First, I'm like, all right, cool. All right, I'm about to get a hit. I ain't tripping. I've seen this before. Second pitch he throws, he hits me. And I go, and I'm about to go, beat him up. Because I'm like, yo, you hit him with the bat. You hit him with the ball. You know what it is. You hit me, I'm going to get my hit back. That's just the culture. That's how I was brought up. And when all the coaches are like, no, you just get the base. This is great. Go to first base. I'm like, no, I don't care about first base that much. In football, if you get a good hit on me, right? You can blindside me in football. That's cool. I get my chance to get my lick back, though, the next play and the play after that and so forth. You foul me in basketball. I can still foul you back. You slam me in wrestling. I can slam you back. You know what I mean? Even in soccer, you hit me hard in soccer, I'm going to bump you back. But with baseball, this pitcher can throw the ball, hit me wherever, and I'm supposed to go get that first base? Nah, I'm good on that, man. So for me, that was my literally first and last day. Once that happened, I walked. I said, "Yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm
was
good."
That how sound your reasoning was? As a kid
for
too?
a fact, yes, for a fact. I said, if he can hit me with the ball and I can't hit him, I don't want to play. It was that simple for me, bro. I promise it was that simple. I walked right off. My mom and dad were right there in the stand. I said, "Yo, we go. I'm good."
You could have been a pitcher though.
But at the time, I'm like, I didn't know all the details because pitchers still hit when you're growing up. It wasn't if you played pitcher,
you would have been tossed out of so many games.
Yeah,
though.
But that was my thing.
If you got hit, you'd just be beaning everyone coming up.
I'm like, that's how it is. You hit me, I'm gonna defend myself. I'm gonna get mine back. You're not gonna one up me. So yeah, that's ultimately why I stopped playing baseball, and I've never looked back, man.
That's awesome.
It's just not the same, bro. I'm not with that, man. Oh yeah, get the base. This is great. Get him. You get the first base. Woohoo! Nah, bro. I need blood. How Pooh Shiesty said, not Pat Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty. We could get it back in blood. That's what I'm trying to do, man. So yeah.
Got another comment?
Much
love to this show. Texas born, but my heart lives in Pitt. This is from Beer Pong. That's his name.
Shout out. Love the name, by the way.
Just want to say, Big Ben's playing till he's 45.
Hey.
Shout out. Also hit that like button. Great comment. That might have been one of the best comments I've ever seen.
Definitely GOAT level comment right there.
And the name Beer Pong. It's a
Beer
great comment.
Pong got great name, great location. He's from Texas.
Great comment.
Heart lives in Pitt. We love that. Says Big Ben's playing until he's 45. I know you definitely love that.
Yeah.
And he says hit the like button. YouTube certainly loves that. Shout out to Beer Pong right there, man. That's a dope. That's a vibe right there, man. I'm with you. Beer Pong.
We got anything else for softball? Anything else about Ben? Any other comments?
I think that's it for the Ben talk. We actually already talked about the celebrity baseball or softball tournament. I'm so confused because literally I got the softball this Saturday. Then on Monday, I have this as a Steelers alumni golf out.
Nice.
That's what's
Monday. That should be dope.
Yeah. I'm low key excited because I'm golfing a little bit more now.
Yeah.
And I already told you this. I'm getting that itch. I'm ready to get back out there. So this is the first of 2 or 3 I have coming up.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, this is good. This is good.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
But I keep mixing up my things. I'm like, yo, what is this that one or is it that one? All right, so we're good. Now we're back. So, yes, indeed, man. But what we will do is this, man. We're going to pay some bills.
Sure.
And the best way to do that is to talk about our good friends over at Manscaped. You know Manscaped, the leaders in below the waist grooming, right? I mean, the people that created the Lawnmower 4.0. I mean, we're talking about the originators of the Crop Reviver. I'm talking about the Ball Refresher. I mean, dude, they have everything that you need when it comes to your delicate twins that dangle. They have what you need. And when I think of the summer, as we're already in the heart of, right? It's July. You know when July is hot. In fact, sometimes people call it Big Deke energy. Others refer to it as hot guy summer. Okay? But whatever it is, you need to perform at a high level. And the best way to do that is to get the Performance Package 4.0. Has that Lawnmower 4.0 that we were talking about. You like Deke stash, right? Okay. You Manscaped has a light on it. You can't miss this thing, all right? You can't miss. I already talked about the Crop Reviver, the Ball Refresher, along with the super comfy Manscaped boxer briefs. And a cool little carrying bag. You can't go wrong with this thing, man. But more importantly, as we always say, Deke, if we're going to talk about a company, what's our rule? We said we got a rule, right? It's something like we got to be giving away promo. It's something like that, right?
Yeah.
We got
to be a good deal for all parties involved.
All parties, right? Not just us. Because if it's just us, that's selfish. So it's not just us. For all parties involved. So with that being said, we got a promo code, ladies and gentlemen. If you use the promo code Moats, you receive 20% off along with free shipping. You can't beat that. Your delicate twins can't beat that. All of those areas that you might want to groom. Okay, we talk about that performance package. It has the weed whacker in there for them nostril hairs and those ear hairs. You cannot beat that. All right? Just make sure you check out Manscaped, man, and show them some love.
100%. I've said this before, too, right? Soon as we started using Manscaped as a sponsor here.
Yeah, man.
I know we were talking and concerned about my love life last podcast.
Yes, we were.
All my ex-girlfriends were hitting me up left and right when they saw that we were sponsored by Manscaped. So
I love this. You are the man for that, Deke. You are the man.
I don't know if, maybe Manscaped, if you guys buy it, maybe it could give you guys some luck.
Helps with your love life, man.
Yeah.
They really dig that, man. Well, I have heard that when you cut the grass low, the tree shows. That's what they say. They say that you keep the grass low, the tree will show. So just throwing it out there, all right? So, take that for what it is, man.
Yeah, Manscaped could maybe help you out.
Yeah, man. Whenever it's a game of inches, and that could give you that winning edge. That's what they say. Shout out to Manscaped, man. Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
I guess it's not only football then, huh?
Yeah, man. They're multifaceted. They're multifaceted, man.
Yeah.
But I am glad that all your exes have started reaching out to you, man. Well, they've obviously seen you become a celebrity.
I was gonna say, well, here's what I responded back. You left me in my low points.
Back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all over me.
On. Yeah, exactly.
You hit it with the my number 83224.
Yeah, I said, new number. Who's this?
It's like that, man. That's what your Mac Daddy, bro.
Yeah.
Freaky Deke. That's what we love you, man.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So now we can get to the next part of this conversation. Let's see if I can get this thing right, too. Should be talking about them LBs. You ready to talk about a little LB, man?
Yeah.
Yes, and Steven, this is for a fact. It will double your confidence. It will, okay? It will. But anywho. You got the list up yet?
I do.
All right. So we got to talk linebackers today. Sticking with our theme right now, we're going through Jeremy Fowler. You know the homie Jeremy Fowler, working with ESPN now. Former Pittsburgh Steeler. Well, he actually wasn't a
AFC North,
Steelers, but he was like an AFC North analyst for ESPN, and now he's their big national analyst. But every year he puts out these lists, and he has a top 10 along with 6 honorable mentions per position grouping, and the list is constructed and voted by GMs, executives, scouts, coaches. So think like we always talk about this thing more all pro versus the Pro Bowl conversation when we think of this list right here. So with that context, man, are you ready to start the list to let us know if we have any action on said list?
Sure. So we'll go 10-1.
All right, let's do it.
We got number 10, Miles Jack, Jacksonville. Or
Jacksonville. That's a new team. I like them. They must be lit. All right.
Honestly, yeah,
Jacksonville. That's cool, man.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
That's better than yesterday. Remember, or the other day, you were just like reading them off, like,
I didn't even.
You didn't no ranking, just
I was just naming the guys.
Yeah. So this is good right here, man.
Number 9, Demario Davis, New Orleans.
I love this. Let's go.
Number 8, Tremaine Edmonds, Buffalo.
It's somebody out here go. Watch this. It's gonna be somebody in the comments one of these days. It's gonna be randomly reading through this. Like, does Deke know where these what is he talking about? Repeating the team name. He needs to study this thing. And we're gonna be laughing because the joke's gonna be on them. So keep it rolling.
Number 7, Eric Kendricks. That's interesting. Minnesota.
Shout out to Minnesota.
6,
the Jaguars of Jacksonville. They are silly.
Roquan Smith, Chicago.
Shout out to Chicago. It's kind of like New York.
Exactly.
You know,
these people need to get with the times.
Yeah,
these people need to get with the times here. Levante David, Tampa Bay.
That's a big city right there, Tampa Bay. Whew.
Number 4, Darius Leonard, Indianapolis. Number 3, Bobby Wagner, Seattle.
There it is.
Number 2, Fred Warner, San Fran.
Where's San Fran? Are you talking about San Francisco? You gotta say the whole thing, man. Pronounce the whole thing.
How did I even botch that one up? Sorry.
Can we get it again? San Francisco?
You actually wanted that
like
bad? San Francisco.
I appreciate it. I just love it. I'm sorry.
Number 1, Devin White, Tampa Bay.
Shout out to Tampa Bay, man.
You want some honorable mentions?
Yeah, can we get some honorable? Because we did not hear a Devin Bush in there, so I would like to hear some honorable mentions. Nor do we hear a KJ Wright. I didn't hear his name either.
Nope, he's not even in the honorable mentions.
Whoa, okay.
Deion Jones.
Okay, Atlanta. Atlanta?
Yeah.
All right.
Zach Cunningham, Houston.
The Giants of Jersey, they are silly.
Devin Bush, Pittsburgh.
Hey, we got Pittsburgh.
So he's the 3rd honorable mention, so I guess that's technically 13th
Yeah,
on the list.
13. Okay, we take that because it's not in alphabetical order. We learned that with Joe Hayden, correct? Was it? Yeah, was it with Joe we learned that?
Well,
the
reason I think this is because the first guy that they have is usually the person that's closest to number 10, because they'll explain like, they split votes or something like that with Deion Jones. So that's what I'm thinking, and it just goes from there.
Okay.
So I think Devin Bush is 13 on this list.
Okay, that's how I'm taking it then.
Dante Hightower, New England. Patrick Queen, Baltimore.
Boo! We don't like Baltimore.
Blake Martinez, New York. See,
New York.
Now it actually makes sense. See? CJ Mosley, New York too.
New York.
Joe Schobert, Jacksonville. It comes full circle.
That is funny, man. Look what you just started, Deke.
I know.
That's funny. And no quarter 32. We appreciate you joining the family. Welcome to the Upper Room.
Shout out.
Yes, indeed. We appreciate you. Yo, that is funny though. And Darren, you're right. Levi Stadium is in Santa Clara. Me and Deke, we got to witness that.
That stadium's sick.
It is, man. I didn't like the parking situation. Remember we had to like get dropped off and walk across like that bridge to get there though?
Yeah.
With the Uber.
It was the Uber. It wasn't necessarily parking.
Yeah, it was the Uber.
But if you're getting dropped off, you're gonna get screwed.
Yeah, that was the thing.
If you're actually parking, the lots are huge.
Parking, absolutely, and they're like right there.
I don't know what it's like trying to get out of that place. That's probably hell.
Because we didn't have to worry about it getting out. We weren't in a rush.
I think it looked like it was all on one side. It's just like a barren wasteland of parking lots.
Absolutely, man.
But the stadium was awesome.
That was a vibe. I just remember. Oh man, yeah, that was what it was right there.
Yeah, the entrance sucked too.
Was one of those.
It was all funneled into one area.
Yeah, because them checking the ticket stubs took forever because it was just like two like people there, like a couple hundred people just trying to funnel into this one little gate, man. Yeah, that was not good at all. Fun time though.
That was God,
that was an awesome time, man. Shout out to the Mats and homies, man. Them dudes out there. Always a vibe, man. And obviously our dude John, aka Banger, was still a game.
The man. He's gonna be at the softball event.
Yes, he is, man. Yes, he is. So we got our top 10, and we're looking at Devin at 13, you said.
Yeah, Bush at 13. You want me to read them off again real
Let's
quick?
get it one more time. Yeah,
Miles Jack,
Yep.
Demario Davis, Tremaine Edmonds,
Mm-hmm.
Eric Kendricks, Roquan Smith,
Mm-hmm.
Levante David, Darius Leonard, Bobby Wagner, Fred Warner, and then Devin White at number 1.
Okay.
You're not feeling Devin White at 1, huh?
No, so this is my thing. I love Devin White's play, especially towards the end of it. Like, I thought he came on and was crazy high. His playoff run, crazy productivity. I mean, what he was able to do between the interceptions, the tackles for loss, the sacks, like crazy impact. He looked like the best defender on the field in those games. But for me, I still lean Bobby Wagner just because until he falls off, I don't think that Devin's postseason run / end of the season is enough to knock off a guy who's still been arguably the best linebacker in the NFL. Like, that's my thing. Just because he's new, just because it's like more hot right now. Like, that's my thing.
Well, that's what they said. They didn't feel like there was much of a drop-off from Bobby Wagner last year. They said maybe his speed, but he's been able to pick it up in other ways.
He's so smart. He's so smart. Like, it doesn't, if you lose a step, he understands the angles. He knows how to chase down tacklers. He also understands alignments. Like, him and KJ Wright, you watch them, man, they play on the string. Those guys work so well together. And I think, I mean, honestly, that's why both of those guys have been so successful. When you're able to get a pair like that, man, but that's why for me, I still have Bobby at 1.
I got him at 3. Fred Warner at 2.
Well, I can see, all 3 of those guys are in that conversation. Like, Fred is a beast too.
Darius Leonard at 4.
Yeah, what Darius is, I don't think Darius is good against the run. Like, those guys, you can't run at them or away from them. Darius, you can't run away from him, but you can run at him and have some success. Okay. That's the only thing with Darius. You can have a little bit of success on him there, but Darius is a big-time playmaker too. I mean, he creates splash. He gets turnovers. And I love the fact he's a small school guy. You know that, baby.
Yeah, definitely. So
yeah, but for me, man, I've still put Bobby Wagner at 1. I'll coin flip Fred Warner versus Devin White. Like I said, Devin really came on at the end of the year, but you know me, man. Like, I'm a fan of full body of work versus small sample size. So I'm going to give the nod to Fred right now because Fred has done it for multiple. You know what I mean? Like, it's different with him. Yeah. Whereas with Devin, he's still, like I said, he's coming into it. Now, he showed some flash. Like, what he did in the postseason. If he's doing that over 17 games, we won't even be having this discussion next year. It'll be clear, like, yo, this is the new number 1 linebacker. But I need to see it for the full body of a season. That's the only thing.
Yeah, definitely. So what do you think then about the end of these?
Monster, though. Devin's a monster. God, he's a monster, man.
The rest of these rankings.
I'm cool with, put it like this. I think that Kendricks, because you said he was at, where was
7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Tremaine was at 8.
Mm-hmm. Roquan Smith at 6, and then Levante David at 5.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with those guys.
Flip them around at all?
Honestly, no. I don't think. I mean, because with Kendricks, I don't feel like he's slowing down, but he missed time last year.
Yeah,
that was he missed like, I think it was like 5 or 6 games. So that was my thing with him. Whereas Roquan, he was available. Miles Jack,
they got him at 10.
It's hard to evaluate just because, like, when I think of his play versus Jacksonville, like, Jacksonville was bad. So it's just, you know, it's hard to be like, oh yeah, well, he was the good bright spot on the bad. You could make that case. But yeah, but I do think that them bringing in the cat from Cleveland, though, the one who had the 2 picks versus Mason
Schobert.
Yeah. Him being down there helped Miles a lot because it moved Miles out the middle. Yeah, it let Miles be more run and chase. That's huge. That's his game. Miles not having to be in the middle, that's big for him, man.
Now, with Devin Bush, it's understandable he's not in the top 10.
Yeah. Well, he had an injury. I mean, he played, was it six games?
And here's really exactly what they said.
Yeah,
like 5 games. Yeah. He would have been in the top 10 had he not gotten hurt. He's got major ability.
Yeah. Like, for me, if we were to see a full season Devin Bush and it would have ended not to the same extent of Devin White, but he had that type of growth, which we all assumed that he was going to take, and we're assuming that he will take that at some point this season, then yeah, I would put him up there ahead of the Miles Jack part, right? Because with Miles, like I said, like, he hasn't really lived up to the expectations surrounding him. Now, I do think part of it's just been out of position, him being more of an inside guy versus him naturally being able to play on the outside and just being able to run and be backside of stuff and be a lot freer. I think that that's more his game. But with Devin, if Devin is healthy, Devin is a more complete player. But he has to show that he could be healthy, right? It's only been 2 years, so that's the thing. So it's not like it's a bad knock on Devin. It's just we haven't seen him. It's unfortunate, man. So that's the thing with him. But I'm trying to think of the other honorable mention guys. Let me see who else did you say.
Deion Jones at 10. That's probably the most interesting one. And I think they did say he split with Jack or was really close to Jack in terms of the votes.
See, I don't feel like I watched enough, though, of Jack to say yay or nay versus him and Deion Jones. Like the other guys on the list, like Patrick Queen, I like him as an honorable mention, but it goes back to the conversation of I just need to see it again. Like he flashed, he did some good things.
A lot of young linebackers, dude.
Yeah, I was surprised with CJ Mosley though. This is the thing that surprised me. Now maybe it's because he's younger compared to KJ Wright. But to me, I would have much rather had KJ Wright on that list as an honorable mention because he's been playing the past 2 seasons. Whereas CJ has missed the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to have a guy in the top 16 that hasn't played in 2 seasons? Like, that's the part that doesn't add up to me, man. That's the only thing I don't like. Now, was there a reason why they said CJ was on the list, though?
Pretty simple. I mean, there's not much to this. Still a high-level linebacker when he's on the field. It's just been a while.
It's been 2 years. 2 years. Deke, how much have you changed in 2 years? Deke, it's 2 years.
A lot, actually.
In 2 years. Shoot, 2 years ago, I was 50 pounds heavy. 2 years? Like, what we talking was 2 years, bro. Like, 2 years is a long time, man. I don't want to hear about what he did 2 years ago. Show me now, man.
Yeah, definitely. I do think Bush, man, if he could play this full season, man, he's
ready to go.
He's gonna ascend. I really think so. I think he could have last year. It's just really a bummer that he got hurt. And I was trying to look back on last season. Outside of the Denver game, I thought he had a really good Giants game. And I thought he was pretty solid for us on defense for those first 5 games. His production wasn't at the same pace as it was his rookie year.
The 2 games that he struggled in were realistically the Denver game because of Noah Fant, and I want to say it was Philly. It wasn't Philly or was it Houston? It was one of those where he had another like little bit of a matchup issue. But other than that, like watching him on tape, man, he flew around. He was extremely confident, man. Like
it was only in coverage that we're talking about.
Right. It was just coverage. There was nothing else, just the coverage part of it.
And that's something that's icing on the cake for linebackers.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
Some people just don't even have those capabilities.
Correct.
And we know Devin Bush has that. But we're saying to get in this top 10 linebacker category, top 5 linebacker category, that's just that's all it's going to take.
Yeah, he has the run and hit element, sideline to sideline, tackle for loss. He can do all of that with anybody on that list. The coverage part is the difference. Those other guys, they either specialize in man-to-man coverage or they generate turnovers. And that's the part.
Sure, like Deion Jones, really good in coverage.
Well, even Fred Warner, like Fred isn't as good an athlete as Devin, not at all. But Fred understands how to cover. Fred understands how to create just positive plays for him as a defender. Those are the things that with Devin, he'll learn that. Being in the stadium, just having these bumps and bruises, the growing pains, like that's gonna help him. Devin White went through the same thing. That's the difference, though. Devin White was just available to go through those growing pains where Devin got cut short. So hopefully, like I said, man, he'll be able to hit the ground running and get that thing back to where we like it at for him.
What do you think? Do you remember what type of comparisons you were making with Devin Bush whenever we were drafting him or we were looking at him back in that draft? Because what do you think
say that again?
Like, do you remember what comparisons you were making with Devin Bush in terms of previous linebackers in the NFL?
I don't,
because my question is, what is his ceiling? Could he legitimately become the best middle linebacker in the NFL?
I mean, I'm sure any of those guys.
Because it was going back and forth with him and Devin White, and these guys are already saying Devin White's number 1.
True.
The thing
but it's
that
because
Bush
also that Devin White has like shown his game has translated. Because the thing is, you worry with Devin and with both Devins. They're smaller guys. They're compact in size, but obviously Devin White was down there with Levante David, who's also obviously a top 5 linebacker. That helps out a ton. It helps out in a major way. We think about Vince Williams and his play when he was with Ryan Shazier versus his play when he was with John Bostic, when he was with Mark Barron. Like, it's different who your running mate is. So even with Devin Bush, him having, whether it's Vince, Spillane, Buddy Johnson, none of those guys are Levante David. So that also plays into why Devin White has been able to grow so much faster right now. Not talking about just the injury element. He's been a part of a really good, legitimate inside linebacker core where he's with other veterans who are on second and third contracts who've been very successful. So that's another reason why I think that Devin has been able to just advance as fast as he has. Whereas with Devin Bush, we already talked about the inside linebacker room. Even though we're confident in that group, is not to that level of a group yet.
Okay, I got you. And yeah, you're not even thinking Devin White should be one right now at this point.
Right.
Anyway.
I think that he should be more at 3, worst case 4, because he had a crazy playoff. Like, I'm sure in the article, they're going to talk about the playoff run that he had. Like, it was berserk. And what he was able to do in terms of finishing the regular season, you could see him take that next step. But I'm just a big believer in I need to see a larger sample size because we've seen too many times where a guy flashes. He has a season, or he has a season in 6 games, and then you commit to him and it disappears. You put him on the pedestal of, he's the guy, and it goes away. He stops performing like that. It looks like he's more of an overachiever than a really good player.
We're not assuming that's happening with
Correct.
him.
We don't assume that's happening with him. Right.
But my thing is it out of question in 2-3 years we look up and see Devin Bush is the best middle linebacker in the league?
I don't think that's out of the question at all.
Okay.
But I think that
everything up to this point has always just been based off his potential. We knew his rookie year he wasn't going to be all the way there.
Right.
He showed his signs. He showed like the big playmaking and the over 100. I think he had 109 tackles or something like that. So we expect him to make that jump next year. I just hope it's never that scenario where potential we're always talking about with Devin Bush,
that's the thing.
Where he's like barely cracking the top 10 and we're like, he's so athletic. Could he, you think he actually could become
just based
number
on
1
right now, that's what it is, right? Because we saw one season where it was mixed reviews, but we still were very optimistic and positive about him. And then last year it got cut short. So the sample size is still very small on him. But he has all the intangibles. I mean, I think we're looking at this no different than when he was getting drafted to us, right? We see the intangibles. He has everything in place to be the best linebacker, right? He has all the qualities you want are there. Can he put it together for 17 games? And stay
injury
healthy?
just screwed it up.
Right, that's the big
really
question.
Really screwed it up.
And
this year's a big one.
This is a big one. And it's no different when you think about Tua, right? We've talked about Tua in terms of athletically, man, he's gifted enough to be one of the best D linemen in the NFL. But we've also seen him have unfortunate injuries multiple times. Now, last year was the difference, and now you saw him receive the respect and the acknowledgement that he deserved last year because he showed that he could do it over a full season. So with Devin, same concept, man. As soon as he shows he could do it for a full season, everybody will be putting him right in those top 10, top 5 discussions.
People were trying to last year, I think, too. I think they had him in the honorable mention categories for this type of stuff. Now, with Shazier, I'm looking at his kind of trajectory. It was his 3rd year when he made his Pro Bowl. Rookie year, only played 9 games. Yep. Well, he's 9 games, 12 games, 13, and then 12 games. Like, he's been hurt throughout his whole 4 years, like little knick-knack injuries and stuff like that. But for him to make the Pro Bowl in 16, that's kind of what we're hoping with Devin Bush then. And I think with Bush and Shazier both coming out of college, we thought Bush was the more polished prospect off the bat.
We knew Bush, we knew his position. With Shazier, we didn't know what he was going to play. When he got here, we tried him out at outside linebacker and at inside linebacker. Tried to do different packages with him to see what he was capable of handling because he was such a freaky athlete. And it was just kind of like that new toy that you don't really know what to do with, but you know you want to do something with it. And that's kind of what we were doing with him. Whereas with Devin, it was clear that, this is a inside linebacker, not a safety, not an edge rusher, inside linebacker. That's it. And I think that also helped him because he didn't have to deal with the bouncing around either. But with Devin, man, the only thing that I would caution is just with Shazier, he did get a ton of football played in those first 2 seasons, right? Even when I know he was missing time because of the injuries, he was still out there. Like he was getting those reps in there. Whereas with Devin, the first year he got that, second year he got cut a little bit short. So that's my only concern in terms of how quickly he can hit that ground running and go through that growing pain phase that everybody goes through. At the NFL, everybody goes through it. And typically it's those first 2 years you go through that little rough patch. You'll have some great performances. You'll have some okay performances. But then after that is when you finally balance out. So hopefully for Devin, he gets that thing quick and in a hurry.
So you think because it's got to be close to the same amount of games, but for Shazier to play the 12 games going into 15
right, because
in his second season
into it. Yeah. So the first year, even
though he
dealt with the injuries in and out of the lineup, he was still, that was part of that learning process. That second year, he still went through growing pains. But by the end of that second year, the confidence that he had was through the roof. The confidence that we had playing around him was through the roof because he had shown now that, okay, mentally he's ready for this. He's taking that jump. Physically, his body is transforming. He's ready for this. And then that third year, it was just, it was like, yo, this dude is an animal out here. And then obviously we know going forward, like what the trajectory is going to look like. So with Devin, we're just waiting to see that. And he's more than capable of it, though. More than capable, man.
Okay, got you.
Yes, indeed. And shout out to the O. The O. Welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. We appreciate you, baby. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Man, people are ripping on JOK out here.
Man, what happened to JOK? What did he do?
I don't know. They're saying JOK is a joke. This is from Andre Anderson.
Jeez, what happened to JOK?
I think because he got drafted by the Browns, man.
If he would have came here, we would have been singing his praise. What are we talking about here, baby? What are we talking about?
I think someone said something positive about JOK. We just had to put him in their place.
Oh, that's what it is.
It's probably a Browns fan peeking in.
Oh, you know what?
Like
Joe Manny's like he says JOK for Rookie of the Year. Oh, do we have a defender?
No,
we don't have any. We don't have a dog in that race.
Buddy Johnson.
That's all right. We know inside linebacker it ain't happening, man.
Yeah, that's it. Because we drafted all offense.
Yeah,
right off the bat, first four picks, right?
Or Quincy Roche or Trey Norwood. Maybe there are. No,
there's a lot of hype on Norwood getting some time. People were actually taking your moniker of Swiss Army knife, unless you heard that from somewhere.
I heard, Coach T, that's when he announced the pick.
Okay,
that's why I said yeah. You know, I ain't gonna copyright him now. I'm gonna give credit where it's due. Andre Anderson says no Browns compliments in here, man. I'm with you, baby. We don't love any AFC North opponents in this room. No, we do not.
Isaiah Loudermilk. That means Tuitt or Hayward got hurt. We don't want that.
Or maybe Isaiah just outplayed him. Cheap labor. Cheap labor. Come on, man.
Unless he could be a DT.
No, what if he's just the best DN that we have on the team right now? He just shows up and he's kicking everybody's butt. Can't keep him off the field. Got Cam Hayward sitting here on the sideline, sitting on his helmet with the sad face, cheering, waving a terrible towel. All because Isaiah Loudermilk.
Waving the white flag.
Yeah. It's like, yo, I just can't compete with this dude, man. I quit.
But he's still there to captain the team, though, at least.
Because he's a good guy. He's a leader.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, we appreciate that, then.
Yeah, we don't have a lot. I don't think we got any Rookie of the Year candidates from a defensive side of the ball right now, man. I don't think JOK. I'll probably go Michael Parsons before I go JOK.
Yeah, who's gonna have the most opportunity?
Yeah, and
some of those cornerbacks, maybe,
bro.
Like J.C. Horn.
Yeah, he's another one.
That's what I'm thinking. Probably.
I'm going Micah. I just think he's gonna have a ton of volume, ton of opportunities in Dallas, man, and the media is gonna hype him like crazy. So yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of dudes for Rookie of the Year
for
offensive,
or any young edge rushers too.
Do I have to look up the draft right now? Because I'm just the whole order slipping with me.
Because I remember like Jason Oweh, but he was at the end of the first round.
Wasn't Horn the first defensive player?
Yeah, he was, and that was at like
8 or 9. Because I was even trying to think early on. Was there an edge rusher we missed?
Yeah, he went, and then Surtain went. Yeah,
they went on a run of cornerbacks. Because then the Cowboys missed out.
Because Jason Oweh was Jason Oweh like the first outside linebacker? He might be
edge rusher. Man, do I gotta look it up? I kind of want to.
All right, go ahead and look it up. I'm gonna read these chats real quick.
Yeah, we can talk about defensive Rookie of the Year.
Matt McKissick, man, we appreciate your love and support. He says, getting out of work, wanted to say what's good, boys. What's good, baby? We appreciate you, man. Hope you did not work too hard, but you got paid really nicely, baby, because that's the best way to be.
All right, so first pick was Trevor Lawrence, if you guys forgot. Trey Lance, Kyle Pitts, Waddle, J.C. Horn. Patrick Surtain, Micah Parsons for the Cowboys.
Micah's my bet, man.
Zaven Collins for Cardinals.
Yeah, but he's not an edge, though.
Jalen Phillips, edge for Miami.
Yeah.
Jamin Davis, Washington.
Oh, and hold on. Jalen, where did he go?
Jalen Phillips,
Yeah.
Miami.
No. Oh,
Miami
he went to the
Dolphins.
Dolphins because
Yeah.
Buffalo took Greg Russo.
Yep.
That's the other guy then. Yeah.
Yep.
So, wow. So, Phillips
Eric
was the first
Stokes for the
edge guy
Packers.
then, huh?
Greg Newsome for the Browns.
So, the first edge guy, though, was Phillips then, right? From Miami?
I think so. Yeah. Yep. Jalen Phillips was number 1. So, I mean...
Yeah, my bet's on Micah then. Unless you want to take one of them corners.
No, I think you're right. Yeah. I might roll with J.C. Horn. Well, let me check round 2 real quick because if JOK is actually in the mix for that, it's just going to depend on playing time because Newsom might even have a better opportunity over him. Yeah. I don't know how much they're going to play JOK right off the bat.
And Kwity Paye, that's the other guy.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not even, in the second round. Azeez Ojulari for the Giants.
Yeah, he's out of Georgia, right? Yeah. I don't see that happening, though, man.
No, I mean, it's going to be all about offense this year.
Absolutely. I still see people saying Najee's going to get Offensive Rookie of the Year. I sure hope so. But we know these are quarterbacks that came out in this year's draft. And we know that the NFL absolutely loves quarterbacks. So, yeah. The odds are not in his favor right now. But we will see, though, man. We will see.
Yeah, well, they give it to Herbert last year.
Yeah.
Even after Justin Jefferson's. I mean, you could have picked either one.
Murray the first
you really
year.
could have picked either one.
They did Murray the year before that as well.
Yeah, they definitely should give it to Josh Jacobs, for sure.
Jefferson was nuts, though, last year. God, he went crazy.
Yeah, that's just tough because Herbert did play really well.
He did.
That's one I don't feel bad about.
Who played more, though?
Huh?
Who played more, though?
Who played more?
Yeah, because Justin was doing
I think
it
he only missed
from
one
week
game.
1, though, right?
Yeah, I think he only missed one game.
I can remember. Was it the first? I thought he got hurt. I think he had 2 games under them already.
No, it was. I think Chiefs was week 2 because that's when we were playing the Broncos.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember watching that after we beat them in the 1 o'clock spot. They had the 4 o'clock, and I was like, "Wow, the Chargers are actually playing the Chiefs pretty close here."
Okay.
And then Butker made that 60-yarder or something like that.
Yeah.
But Herbert played good, and then he just kept playing good.
Oh, he went crazy.
Because they kept talking about the next
Anthony
following
Lynn,
weeks of oh man, when's Tyrod coming
we're
back?
Gonna go back next week.
I don't know if he's healthy yet. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Now, when that man Hurd went out there and threw, was it 300-400 yards? It's like, yeah, that's the quarterback, guys. That guy right there is the quarterback. Shout out to Darren Dalton, though, man. We appreciate your support as well. He says, new regular season segment idea. Deke and Moats pretend to be the Steelers GM. After each game, which player are you calling into your office? And what do you have to say to them face to face?
That's funny.
That's pretty funny right there, man. We might think about that, Darren. We got some other concepts that we're gonna add to these shows, man. And obviously, we're gonna add an additional show. But I like that right there, man. We'll table that, recommendation. Now we haven't rejected. We're tabling it out. We like that. We'll revisit that.
Yeah, we still got a month or so.
Yeah, because we like I said, we're still playing around with some scheduling stuff, playing around with what else we want to add to the format of the show once it starts. Because once the regular season gets here, we're going to be a lot more structured and have different benchmarks and things like that, man. Show benchmark, that's what they call it, right?
Oh yeah,
gotta have your show benchmarks, like our betting segments. Maybe we got a college football segment. I don't know. Maybe we sponsor an athlete, right? Maybe we sponsor an athlete and we're following a person. You're like,
Kenny Pickett.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we got options. That's something we should ask y'all, man. If we were to sponsor a player, right? Because that is
it's got to be Kenny Pickett.
Is Kenny Pickett?
Yeah.
In the chat, if y'all had a player, it doesn't matter the sport. What we would prefer to be football, but let us know somebody that y'all would recommend. If y'all think that it's somebody that we should sponsor out here, one of these college athletes, high school athletes going into college, let us know. Get them while they're young, man.
Yeah.
It's legal now.
It is.
They will be the first Aren't the Most Experienced with Deke podcast sponsored athlete. The face of our podcast. That'll be our athlete, our signature athlete. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
It's significant.
I could see this going a lot of ways.
Now, Vikesh says sponsor JOK. It don't work like that with the NFL, baby. Now, we can sponsor them dudes. That's a whole nother budget. All right, we not trying to tap into that just yet, okay? We crawling before we walk. All right, so we're going to get these college kids first, all right? But if you have a college kid that you think like, yo, man, I like this kid, man, it's a connection. I can see this work, and he's really good, da-da-da-da-da. Yo, drop his name, man. Let us know. Now, Call Me K says, got to do a JMU athlete. I do feel you on that. The
Is it just Pitt players and JMU players for our sponsorship?
Is that it?
I think so.
Or you catch a high school, like, Get a dope high school senior that's like a 3 or 4 or 5-star recruit. Catch one of them. Yeah. Justin Champagne. Now, didn't he just? I thought he declared.
I don't know if he went back or not.
I don't know.
I don't know what the state of Pitt hoops is right now. It's just a mess.
Because
we're so far away from the glory days.
I thought Justin said that he was going to the draft and he hired an agent. I thought if he hired an agent, he couldn't turn around.
I don't know. Maybe the new rules, you could come back.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look.
Especially with COVID too. Maybe I think they were a little more lax on that.
I'm gonna have to look, man. All right, so let's see some of these names. Pearl Cone, high school biggest sleeper in the country. All right.
Archie Manning. Oh.
No, you know Archie Manning. That's the high school.
I thought he was Arch. I thought he's Arch though.
Oh, that's what they call him. I don't know. I think little
Arch.
Manning. I just call him all Manning. It's big Manning, medium Manning, and little Manning. So yeah, sponsor Big Bet. Come on, man. It has to be college or high school. All right, college or high school, because that is the new rule. We talked about that when the news broke about being able to pay collegiate athletes on their likeness, image, and branding, and not mess with their eligibility. We say, we need to get in that game, man. We want to change. We want to help out. We want to join. I think about myself when I was a college athlete, man. I said, dude, whatever the budget is, right? Whether it's a couple $100, whether it's a couple $1,000, I said to myself, man, if a person would have told me, man, we give you $200 a month to just wear this or just tweet this or just say this, man, I'd have been all on that thing, baby. Oh, it'd have been a wrap. Man, I remember scraping up coins in my car. My Ford Escort. I had the 95 Ford Escort hatchback with a Mary Kay sticker on the back. Primer paint on this door because it got hit by a drunk driver, so it was all jacked up. But, man, I remember digging in the car looking for, coins after a game, man, to go get me my Wendy's, man. Get my nuggets, my fries, bottle of water for the drink. Actually, I would get the courtesy cup because it's free. That's what I was doing. But, man, I think about that. So I'm like, we could change somebody. We could get some people, man.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do some research on this, though, man.
That's funny. Yeah.
We got to do some research, man. But we're going to find us someone, all right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Now, Matt McKiss says the Twins who play volleyball. I'm not aware of them. We're going to have to check them out. Mateo Jackson. I think I've heard of him. Sponsored Taco Meat.
Hey, have your own taco meat brand or something.
Tell you about it, right? Man, we're gonna have to we'll go back into that though, man. So this Paul Cone kid though, someone brought him up again. DeMarcus did. He says big inner city school, Nashville, Tennessee. It's a 3 or 4. It's a school that has a couple 3 or 4 star players in it. Okay. I have to look into that then, man.
So he's the only one someone mentioned?
Well, I don't think it's I think that's a school actually. Type that in real quick. Pearl. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what possibly Pearl Cone. I think it's a school.
Okay. He's saying check out some players. Yeah, it is. It is.
And then it's another cat they're seeing from Robinson. My boy Tawan Aro from Robinson High School played alongside Tristan Lay, who just committed to go to Clemson. Yeah, Mateo Jackson. That's what it is. A linebacker at JMU. Okay, I know that name sound familiar to me. Okay, bet. I can see. Okay. We got options, man. We're gonna have to look at,
I don't mind these ideas.
So what's Kenny Pickett's market too, man? What you think?
Oh man, we I don't know. He's probably getting some cash.
Has he signed with the agent yet? Pull him up. Has he signed with the agent yet? We ain't worried about.
Do they have this?
Yeah, because some people have agents. Some people have signed on with different agents to help them with this, man. Sponsor Sha'Carri Richardson. That's she's getting that Olympic money. Not the Olympic money. She's getting the other money though. It's still working for her.
I'm not seeing anything. I'm seeing real estate agents that are named Kenny Pickett. There's a lot of them. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to get the right Google terms in here.
Come on, man. What we got for Kenny Pickett, man? We got to find out.
I got nothing right now.
All right, pull him up on social. Does he have? Maybe it's in like a IG, a TikTok, or Twitter bio. Let's see what he has, man.
We want him not to have social, actually.
Why?
Because he's flying under the radar then.
Okay,
but he's like the most high profile college athlete.
That, though? I'm familiar. I definitely know because Kenny Pickett is talked about a ton.
I don't know if he actually has social media though.
I was gonna say, let's see that part.
Let's hope he doesn't. He does. Not verified though. 6,800 followers. See,
that's solid though.
You catch
him on the upswing.
Yeah, he does.
Don't want them
he
to
does
already
right
be
here.
Established. You want to catch him before they take, because once they take off, now the budget increase, it goes crazy.
That's the thing. He has already taken off kind of in a way because he's
to an extent, yes.
He's the most high profile athlete we got right now in college.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. To an extent, yes.
For business inquiries, they do have an email.
We might need to
association.
Email, man. He might be someone we look into.
We should. I mean, that'd be crazy.
No, is he a What's his energy? Is he big Deke energy or is he small Deke energy, man? What type of
No,
vibe you get from him, man?
He came back to Pitt. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
He could have won pros. He came back
So
to
he's
Pitt.
someone to look into then.
Oh, definitely. Like,
Okay.
dark horse for a Heisman this year, honestly. I think he was last year, but he got hurt. And the season wasn't going exactly how we wanted to. It
Well, because I
wasn't.
remember early on,
Wasn't a
you
start.
were
We were like
talking about
3-0
him a
or
lot.
4-0.
I remember that. You were talking about him a lot, man.
So we'll see, dude. He might have a chance. He's going to be a fifth-year senior this year. Pitt's team is actually supposed to be halfway decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could catch this at the right time.
I'm gonna look into that, man. I'm like so serious. I think that could work though, bro.
Kenny Pickett?
This could be a vibe, man.
Okay, yeah.
He could be the first one, and then maybe Mateo Jackson, right? Because if I do a pick, I feel like I got to do a JMU guy.
Sure.
Otherwise,
got to balance it out.
Yeah, but I do like the fact it's different divisions. It's like, y'all are clear 1A, we're FCS or 1AA, whatever you want to call it, but it doesn't step on toes, so I'm good there.
No, definitely not.
That could definitely work.
It's being true to the brand too.
It would be.
I went to Pitt. You went to JMU.
Dude, I didn't even think of that. You're absolutely right. That would be true.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely be true. Yo, we're gonna put up like a poll later on. Like we'll just put it on the YouTube. Like, yo, these are the names of the guys that we're considering. Vote yes or no. Put them in order 1 to 10. Who you like more, and if you have any recommendations, put them in there as well, man. Now, Carlos Calder says Carlos Carter. I don't even know if this is like funny or not. The dude's name is Carlos Calder, right? In the chat. And he says the kid that he's talking about, his name's Carlos Calder.
Maybe he plays football somewhere.
Says he's a late commit to Rhode Island College. 6'7" big man at a D3 school. Go, pull him up. Let's see what you look like, Carlos Calder. We're going to find out if you're true or not. See, that's the beauty of having these computers like this, man. So it's Carlos with a C. So Carlos.
Okay.
Last name Calder, Calder. And he said Rhode Island College. We're going to find out if you're telling the truth today, baby. We going to find out. Oh, he says on YouTube and he plays basketball. Okay.
Shit. Hold on. It's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that might help a little bit.
Carlos and then Calder. Oh, yeah. That's
Class of 2019?
Yeah.
6'7" forward?
Yeah. Let me see. Turn it a little bit, man. Yeah. Yo, he is massive.
All right, so yeah, he's
he's
posted up in the corner right now,
bro. It's an 8-minute highlight tape.
They left him wide open for 3.
Yes!
And just,
okay, for 3.
And just drained it.
Okay.
Now he's up in the post a little bit with the free throw line. He's got the vision.
Cash.
See that pass?
Big man. He's passing like the Joker. Like Nikolai. So he looks like it's his game, man.
He found a cut right here. Got some post moves.
Looks good, bro.
All right, you want to do this one as the last one?
It's the last one right here. Let's see what he does with the rock.
Almost dunked it. I thought he was going to dunk it.
I thought he was about to dunk it too, man. Hey, Carlos, dude. You're fire low key, man. We definitely gonna have to look into you a little bit, man. I like this tape right here, though, man. Shout out to you, and shout out for you being in the channel and throwing your name out here, man. Yes, indeed.
Shout out for watching us,
dude. That was dope right there. I thought he was playing. That was legit, bro. That was legit right there.
You
man.
Never know. That's why you got to take a chance on yourself sometimes.
Look at us.
See, no, seriously. Like, what if he didn't want to mention his name, or he was mentioning other people's names? Sometimes you got to bet on yourself. Mention your own name.
All right. And we got a chance to actually watch you live right here, which is actually pretty dope, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just being real, man. That's dope. Carlos.
Yeah, shout out.
We're going to have to check this dude out, though, man. I like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, and now somebody brought up Cam Johnson. Well, see, he's already in the pros. That's the thing. He's already in the pros. We can look into professional athletes, but I really want to tap into this college vein right now, man. Like, this is groundbreaking. This is new. I like this.
Yeah, because who knows? No one knows. It's like the Wild West. Like there could be some really cool connections that are made long term.
And you just never
helps
know,
the college athlete short term, like you said.
Like I think of it could be like if a person took a chance on me when I was at JMU, I wasn't this big 4 or 5 star recruit. In fact, I had 0 stars coming out. But if somebody took the chance and they said, "Oh man, this dude might be into something," and I develop, and obviously I get to the NFL, like it's mutually beneficial here, man. So I'm definitely looking. The eyes are open. We looking. We are searching. All right, believe that.
We got the Pitt markets and the JMU markets.
Absolutely, man. Well, now we're tapping into Rhode Island market clearly with Carlos.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you watch the show, I mean,
Rhode Island College. Yeah, if you're a fan of the show, that's all that matters.
Sure, I don't care what school you get.
Yeah, just be a fan of the show, man. Now, this is a good question right here from Darren. Darren says, Moats, I'm curious to know why you decided to cover the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Buffalo Bills.
Whoa.
Did it just come down to you having a better experience, a much better experience in Pittsburgh, or what? To be real about it, I love both teams. It's just I feel like the market is a little bit heavier here in Pittsburgh. I mean, when we put up a video about Steelers versus putting up a video about Bills, tend to get a lot more traction with the Steelers stuff. So that was initially the big reason of me myself focusing on it. But yeah, I mean, it's Pittsburgh, bro. Like I had a ton of fun here. I played both places the exact same amount of time too. That was something that I know early on people were like, well, man, why are you rocking with the Steelers when he was in Buffalo longer? Or whenever I'm critical of the team and I'm called a hater, they say, well, man, you won't even hear that long. You played in Buffalo longer. It's not accurate either. I played in both places for 4 years. It was equal. All right. I made a ton of money here in Pittsburgh, so I love it here in Pittsburgh. That helps. You know, my family is here. My family loved the Buffalo. But ultimately, man, we just love Pittsburgh as a whole. I mean, we planted roots here. So for me, it just is like, it was more of an easier transition. And like I said, we say this all the time. We are going to talk about what y'all let us know y'all want to hear. You know, so when we talk about other teams, if we don't get the same type of, you know, interest in it from y'all, then we're like, yo, why we gonna waste our time covering it? So that's the thing in terms of like Buffalo. Like otherwise, man, we've been here covering every NFL team because I love football. You know me, man.
Steeler Nation, though.
But that's the thing. It's Steeler Nation. Steeler Nation is rabid. Not every fan base is rabid like that. Buffalo is, but Steeler Nation is crazy. So we love it.
Yeah, like nationwide and shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. But that's the answer to that question, though, man. So shout out to you for that, though, man. Mm-hmm.
Sam Howell, UNC, get out of here. He's our rival.
Oh, we don't like him? I thought he was supposed to be like a top pick, though, right? That's the quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
He's a monster.
Yeah, I don't want him. I mean, he's a rival to Pitt. I don't want to see him.
Okay.
ACC division.
Now, what about Dayon Hayes?
I don't know.
4-star cat from Pitt.
I don't know.
Taurus Carroll, man, 27 JMU. I like my JMU boys, man. I love my JMU guys. Love them.
People are saying you should cover Pittsburgh West out here.
Uh-oh.
Because you played for him.
I can do that too.
No.
We can go there.
No, I'm good.
Just cover more.
I'm good.
All right. When the season starts, though, I'm gonna throw some more Bills stuff out there. But we know, like I said, the market for us is Pittsburgh right now. So that's what it is. You know, we'll continue to grow. But that's what it is right now. Before you know it, man, we're going to look down the line like 2-3 years. We're going to have like, oh, this is our correspondent that's out there on the West Coast. He covers these teams. We got our correspondent over here that covers those teams. And we're just going to be in here. We're going to be vibing. We're going to be chilling. And y'all going to have all that content that you're looking for, all right? Along with multiple players being sponsored by us too, bro.
Sure.
Which is dope. I think it's a dope concept.
Hey, it is a really good idea,
it's so
dude.
dope. Malik Harris, future QB1. Ooh. Miles Williamson, DB wide receiver out of Bowling Green. Man, we got the. I'm so glad that y'all are putting in these different names, man. We checking these kids. I'm so serious about this, man.
Sure.
And we at the end, right? What we're gonna do, because this obviously is gonna take a couple of, take some time to go through, research them and stuff like that. But we're gonna make a list. That's what we got to do. We got to make a list of the top like 5 or 10 and just see what the people think. That's what we're gonna need to do, baby.
Okay, works for me.
I like that though, man.
Yeah, I'm good with
I like that. Marcus Williamson. This is the DB out of Ohio State. Mm-hmm. Okay. So there we go, man.
I don't know. This is hilarious.
What happened?
Big Kel 6. I don't know if he's ripping on one of the dudes that people are naming. He had to bring out a hot take. He said, "Bish too small for the outside."
What?
I don't know. Someone's not good enough. He's saying. Someone's not good enough.
Who did you just send this shot to, Big Kel 6? Like,
I don't know.
Put a name on it. Wow. He just came at somebody. I don't know why. I love it though. The chat is a little bit of a mob though. We witnessed the chat. Like we've seen. I don't even know if that Raider fan pops up anymore. But I remember when we first started doing some of these lives, it was a Raider fan that would pop in. And they would just jump on him like a pack of piranhas, bro. I'm just like, I feel bad for opposing fans that hop in this mosh pit. Like, if you're watching the show and you represent another team, just chill. Just chill, all right? You hop in this chat, man. It's a blood sport. They don't play. It's die hard, all right? It's the mob. So, yeah, man. So I think we got all of that. And we got to go to this last topic, though.
I think so.
I think that's where we're at right now,
I'm definitely
right?
ready, yeah.
All right, now this last one, this is different for us, man. We usually don't talk baseball. We usually don't talk Pirates. But it's different right now for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's the dawn of a new era. The first draft under new direction, under a new general manager. Shout out to Ben Cherry. So when I think of that, I said to myself, we got to give them an opportunity. There were times where we didn't really doubt the Pens, but we didn't really cover the Pens. And we said, we're going to give this opportunity. We're going to start dabbling into that a little bit. So we said, you know what? Why not hop on a little bit right here, man? Number one draft pick, number one overall draft pick, which is insane, right? But I said, man, this is pretty exciting to talk about. So we're going to give it its just due. And in terms of when he says too small to play outside, the guy was talking about Devin Bush being an outside linebacker.
Okay, so no one in college.
Yes. And I'm sure he wasn't saying Bish. He was probably saying Bush and just misspelled it. Bush too small to play outside. But it came out as Bish too small. That I mean, when you think about it, one misspell, one letter out of place, it changed the whole context of it. Bush too small to be outside sounds way nicer. It's like, oh yeah, I can.
Than just a random that. D3 college athlete.
Is Bish too small outside? Like, dang, bro, why it's gotta be that?
We just want to give him a couple bucks. Or
you know what I'm saying? Like, what? So that is definitely good to know that it's just Bush. It's Bush, not Bish. Bush. All right. So now we're good.
Either way, funnier thinking it was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was funnier thinking it was the other way.
I like it the other way personally. It just seemed more aggressive.
Yeah.
But no, man, this is dope though, man. Number one, I'm excited about Henry Davis. From everything that I read, great at the bat, man. They said that's where he's really improved. He really had giant strides that last season in Louisville. And obviously, man, we know in terms of catchers, we don't have a ton of those guys in the system right now, man. He's a guy that's going to be able to come in, and of the bunch, we expect him to be able to contribute a lot sooner than these other guys. Some of these other guys are on 5-year plans.
High school.
With Henry, right? With Henry, it should be 2-3 years max. So that to me, I like a lot just because he's already coming from that college atmosphere right there, man.
Yeah, so I got a few things I'm interested in this. Mm-hmm. I mean, one obviously was picking Henry Davis over the consensus one. They were saying Mayer, even one of the pitchers.
The funny thing, though,
but I'm good with it. I'm honestly good with it.
Well, because I kept saying that it wasn't a consensus one. They were saying that at times Henry was viewed as the one, at times Mayer was viewed as the one, and at times was it Leiter? That's how you pronounce his name. Mm-hmm. He was viewed as the one as well. It was crazy this year, man.
I think a lot of people had him as the number one prospect, not necessarily that you would take him number one. It was, like we said before, it wasn't the Bryce Harper thing. Wow, this guy's going to be a surefire next generation type of talent. But us taking the catcher, I think it's good just because of everyone else that we have in the pipeline. Mm-hmm. The other thing, though, is a lot of people are praising us for the next 3 picks that we had.
Yes, and I absolutely love the next 3 picks because when you talk about the budget, right? We know for the Pirates this year, and the way the draft works in MLB, they get an allotment of money to sign their draft picks. So for the Pirates, they have $14 million available to sign however many draft picks they wanted to sign. Now, we know they had 20 rounds worth of picks, but they don't plan on signing all 20 rounds worth of picks. That's not how it works. It's very different than like an NFL draft where, all right, we know we're drafting these guys. All these guys are guaranteed to be on this roster. They're going to have contracts. With baseball, it's not even a guarantee that these guys are all going to sign. Sometimes your top guys don't even sign. So from everything that I've heard, though, talking with different baseball analysts and the beat writers that follow the Pirates and stuff like that, from all reports, they do feel that their top 4 picks in terms of,
I got the names.
Yeah, in terms of Henry Davis, Anthony Solometo, was it Lonnie White,
White Jr.,
and the kid from Clemson,
Big Bubba
Chandler. They said that all 4 of those guys are more than likely going to be signing. Bubba definitely confirmed his right away, and it was interesting because with Bubba, he's a 3-star recruit. He actually committed to go to Clemson.
Yeah,
and Lonnie is a 4-star wide receiver who committed to go to Penn State. So it was interesting to see like would they choose the college football route over the MLB route. And from a money standpoint for Lonnie, for him to go and play baseball right now, he's looking at about $1.4 million, but that's going to be guaranteed to him as soon as he signs. Whereas obviously with football, he's going to have to wait a couple years for the opportunity to get to the NFL, if you're going to start. Right.
That was the thing that was interesting to me, though. It seemed like it was a guarantee that these guys are going to sign and play. Mm-hmm. And like you said with Bubba, That's a big risk sometimes,
It is,
man. But I guess
absolutely.
they did their due diligence. As long as these dudes
Yeah.
sign or they're committed throughout the
Mhm.
farm system and stuff, I'm 100% good with it because it seemed like we got top 32
We
talent in all
did.
those 4
Yes.
picks.
We definitely did.
Which is why it was a good to take the catcher first because we don't have to allot so much money. We could
Yeah.
allot the money to these other 3 guys.
Absolutely, man. And it looks like that Henry is actually going to sign for a little bit less than his slotted amount because the slotted amount was
Hometown discount.
Yeah, the slotted amount was supposed to be like $8 million. They say he's going to sign probably around like at that 6 mark, which is huge because it gives you more flexibility to get some of these other guys under contract. But knowing that a guy like Lonnie, that was the big question mark was, is he going to go to Penn State for football with him being a 4-star recruit, or would he commit and go ahead and play this baseball route? I don't fault him though for going the baseball route because you are in the driver's seat. If he can hit, he controls his
He can
destiny.
go back and play
Yeah,
football too.
I mean, Brandon Whedon
Yeah, I was gonna
did
say
it. I mean,
Whedon's
guys
the one
have
guy
done
that
it.
sticks
Absolutely.
out. He's like 27
Chris
years old.
Winkie did it as well. Yeah, he was another guy. But when I think of Lonnie, I'm like, if he plays well in the field and he can hit, he controls his destiny. It's not dependent on somebody else. Whereas at Penn State, it's dependent on the quarterback. It's dependent on the coach, the coordinators. It's dependent on what the O-line can protect. I mean, it's a lot more variables that have to go right for him, along with the way higher injury risk that he has playing football compared to playing baseball as well, man.
The interesting thing now, though, is if you're like a Kyler Murray coming out of high school.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he did end up taking the football route, but did he get drafted while he was in college? It's not like he was getting drafted coming out of high school.
It was
but like, say you're a top prospect in both sports coming out in high school.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the quarterback or something like that, now with the college football stuff with this image and likeness, you could make up the money that you might be forfeiting in baseball. I don't know to that degree.
Because we talk.
But you could get pretty damn close, and football. If you make it to the NFL. Actually, here's the thing. Here's my thing. I think it's harder to become a great star in baseball, but the money's better there, and the long-term health for you is better.
Feel like, okay,
but once you get once you just make the NFL, if you're drafted first or second round, the money I think is a little bit better, and I think you could still have a pretty solid career. You just have to be a star in baseball to get that like massive contract.
This is the thing. I feel like you can be average in baseball and you'll make $30-40 million compared to if you're averaging football.
I just think it's harder to make the league, though. That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's way harder to make the league, but you're gonna make way more money if you can get to the league. Whereas with football, I feel like it's way harder of a process too to get there and stay there. And the money is, I mean, well, I don't know, bro. Because the pool of people for baseball is way larger too.
That's what I mean. Because you gotta go through the farm system.
People,
how much more politics maybe you gotta pay attention to in baseball then?
Yeah.
Whereas football, I'm sure there is politics, but it's just like stud in college, get to the pros, you can sign maybe a decent contract.
True.
Because that's what Kyler Murray ultimately did end up deciding. Russell Wilson ended up deciding too for the NFL.
But I don't think Russell was as high of a draft pick though as those other guys though.
That's
like,
the thing.
Kyler was a number 1 overall pick. Like that's or first round pick with the Athletic, excuse me. So that's significant. That's 8, 9. Like we're in that range, right? In terms of money we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. He still went football, and I think. Yeah, that's the thing. They're probably, if you're going to be in high school, you're going to have to decide or make maybe even a tougher decision earlier.
Yeah.
Because you're almost projecting your college football career and also projecting your baseball career. Yeah. Money's immediate in baseball, but now with the image and likeness, now maybe that's not the biggest thing you're concerned about.
I just don't think, though, that a high school or a college kid is going to make more money in an endorsement than he will with the actual professional contract.
Unless you're, that's what I mean. If you're a stud, like, for these guys, that's probably not.
Yeah.
If you're a stud, though.
Like Kyler Murray, you think that he would have a multi-million-dollar endorsement right now?
In college?
Yeah. Like I don't think he would have. I think he would get like 6 figures, yes. But
at least maybe $1 million, maybe close.
I don't know. That's us. I don't know.
It was tough for him.
Even if it's $1 million, that's still way less than like contract money for him, though. That's what I'm saying.
I'm thinking about studs because like these guys, maybe they're making the right decision because if they're 3 or 4 star, but if you're 5-star in both, that's where I think that's where the decision gets a little bit dicier.
So, what's your overall perception though of the organization's direction right now?
You do what you got to do. I feel like at this point, I'm starting to trust this guy.
He's showing signs. Like, he knocked the draft out the park. You look at all the reports about this draft for the Pirates, and everyone says they won the draft. This is the best draft. And it should be that way, right? They had the most money. They were picking number one. They should do that. So I'm with you. I feel like I could trust him a little bit right there.
Starting to trust it. His track record for other rebuild processes speaks for itself too. The main concern I have is definitely the ownership, because we can have all these great prospects. They could be going through the system. We can also maybe in 3 or 4 years have another great McCutcheon-like run with the Pirates for 3-4 seasons where we're, going into divisional playoffs. We actually have a chance to make the World Series. But if we start losing these guys, what's it gonna matter?
Yeah,
that's my biggest thing. So it's gonna be in 3-4 years. Like, if we're actually good, can we sustain this?
With those guys, those will be the next wave of guys, and I think the only people that we'll probably see that are stars now playing with those guys is Brian Reynolds, honestly.
Maybe.
And that's if they can get a deal done with him. But with that scenario, they're going to have to pay him more. They're going to have to overpay a little bit because you're cutting into his years of being able to be free and negotiate whatever he wants to negotiate. Adam Frazier, as much as I want him to stay here, as much as, us as fans are excited about him. It's the old saying,
you're still losing with him.
But the thing is this, though. The reason why they're talking about trading him is because, number one, his value is crazy high. But number two, they have a guy in the feeder system that is supposed to be a better version. They're supposed to be one of those guys that could be a 30 homer a year type of guy as well.
Yeah, because Frazier isn't a power hitter.
Right, but they're saying that this second baseman that's in the feeder system is supposed to be the guy. And it's like, essentially, if you extend Frazier, you're going to be holding back this other kid right here. So that's the thing that I'm interested to see. Now, they said that this kid is supposed to be very close. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
It's not Castro, is it? We just called him out, Rodolfo Castro.
It's not. I don't feel like it's him. I wish I could remember the name.
They got O'Neal Cruz. They're saying he's probably the best.
It might be
he
Cruz.
He plays shortstop.
No, because he's the one that's 6'7", right? That's the big cat.
I wish I knew.
I feel like Cruz the big cat, but
I could look up top prospects.
That's the thing though with Frazier. That's why they're ultimately saying that they're trying to move him, and they will move him before the trade deadline, which is at the end of the month, the 30th.
The thing that Reynolds has in his favor too is he's 26, Frazier's 29, so that goes back to your timeline thing. If we could really bounce back in 2 or 3 years, Reynolds could still be in his prime.
Right. Whereas with Frazier, we know that this is peak Frazier. You know what I mean? Maybe another year
Definitely.
of this, but
Nick Gonzalez. I think we drafted him last year.
Yeah. That's the guy right there. The
Nick Gonzalez. They got him at second base. O'Neal Cruz, shortstop, number 3 in the system.
Yeah, because that's the big. How big is Cruz? He's like 6'7", right? That's the big cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
210.
Yeah, because they were saying that they don't know if he's going to be able to stay at shortstop, at the majors, just because,
they were mentioning right field for him too.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Yep.
Hudson Head, outfielder. Livier Peguero, another shortstop, so maybe he could be the shortstop. We move Cruz to the right field.
So we have some options. We got some flexibility.
But that's why we didn't take a shortstop right there. We got 2 top 4 guys in our system, and everyone's praising our farm system right now as it is.
And if you take one of those shortstops that are in high school, we're looking at like I said, a 5-year window before we even get those guys up here. So all of that plays into it.
They're saying Gonzalez already, ETA 2022.
I can see it.
Everyone else are saying that's 2023.
That's the dude, though. He's nice, man.
Travis Swaggerty, they're saying 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are just names, though. Nick Gonzalez, then I guess that's the guy. I think
as a whole, man, I do feel like my trust in Ben Shannon is growing. We've seen him make some good things happen so far. This draft was really good. I like that. I don't know if he inspired Frazier to play well and Brian Reynolds to play well, but they're playing well. I like that also. I'm going to be sad whenever they move Rich Rodriguez as well, though. But he's the other guy he's going to get moved, man.
Well, Brian Hayes will definitely be a part of this team. He'll be playing third base. Like, we could have a nice little lineup here.
Yeah.
Now,
it's just frustrating because you can see, like, remnants of, like, they might be good if they can keep these players, but the timing is going to be off with the guys that are good right now, which is the biggest reason why they have to trade these players. But that's why I wanted to talk, because I was like, I feel like the perception is different though right now. I don't feel like it's the same as it was a year or two ago where we're just feeling like, but we're just getting rid of people that are good because we don't want to pay them. I don't feel like that's the case right now.
I'm hoping not. That's the thing. We're going to have to see in 3 or 4 years. Because if we are good and then we start letting people go, that's going to be the problem. And I'm not even saying, like, getting rid of McCutchen, I think it was a good move. It ultimately was. Everyone was pissed off about it, but he's had his worst years ever since we traded. Like, he would not have been worth the money. Now, there's other guys. Josh Bell's been having a down year, so maybe we secretly got rid of these dudes at the right time. But it's just frustrating because we could have stayed relevant at least keeping these dudes. And
it's frustrating when you look at other teams having success with your players.
Well, straight up, Garrett Cole. I mean, he had one season like that for the Pirates, but his last couple seasons, he's not what he is right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of the best pitchers in the league.
Very true.
People are having legitimate conversations about whether keeping Cole or not.
Yeah.
Like, if we had Cole right now as he is, that wouldn't even be a conversation. Right. He wasn't like that. So it just sucks that it happens sometimes. You get rid of a dude. It just seems like it always happens with the Pirates. That's the unfortunate part. Yes. They don't sometimes have their best seasons. You see the flashes with the Pirates. Like, oh, man, he's got talent. We get rid of him, and they just go off with someone else.
Star somewhere. Like, oh, you're in Tampa now, killing it. Why?
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
That's how it goes, though, man. Hey, but the All-Star jerseys, what are your thoughts on them?
Nah.
Fan? No?
No, I actually wish. I don't know if they.
I liked them a little bit. I thought that it was more fashion forward. I thought it was more modern, more of like our generation. I think for me though, the chest part, like the vertical lettering, I wasn't a fan of that. Although I thought the logo kind of got hidden a little bit, but I didn't hate it. I felt like a lot of people were actually hating these uniforms yesterday, man.
No, there's nothing to hate about them, but I liked whenever the players just wore their team jerseys for the All-Star game.
Yeah,
that's what I liked. Too. And I think
that's the old like NBA thing too, man.
Right. Yeah. The Home Run Derby is when they used to wear their All-Star team jersey. I didn't watch the Home Run Derby. I don't know what they were wearing.
Oh.
If they wore their All-Star jerseys or their team jerseys.
All-Star jerseys on in that.
That's what I'm
thinking of like the Pete Alonso picture, but I just keep thinking of like them showing his face with the Mets head on after him winning. I don't even like remember the outfit. But did you know the story about that? Like how he's made more money winning the Home Run Derby than he actually makes on his contract right now.
No.
It's nuts, bro.
How's that happen?
Well, because basically like the contract that he signed was, I mean, it was a rookie deal. It was small money for him. And he hasn't signed his new deal just yet, but he gets $1 million every time he wins the Home Run Derby. He's won it back-to-back years. So his career earnings right now are $3 million.
Okay.
But $2 million have come on back-to-back years. It's nuts.
Yeah. So he's probably due then for his big
absolutely,
contract.
Man. Absolutely.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish they went back to, like you said, with the NBA, they wore their actual team jerseys. And same with the MLB. Just wear your team jerseys. Maybe throw the All-Star wherever city you're at, whatever the patch is for that specific year. Throw that on the jersey somewhere, but just rock the normal team jerseys. Yeah. That's my thing.
Well, now let me see, man. Let's see what the people are saying in the chat about it too, man. Oh, Still a Nation on Fire says Andrew McCutchen was one of the Pirates' best players, and then he also talks about remembering Neil
he won
Walker.
An MVP.
Yeah, he absolutely did. And he was on the cover of what was it, MLB The Show. He was on that. He was on the cover of that. I forgot what year was that. 14, 15, one of those years.
I wish I could back you up. I have no clue.
Yeah, that's the only reason I remember, because when I first came to Pittsburgh and I was like doing all my research, that's what popped up, and I was like, well, dang, we got a dope baseball team, a dope hockey team, and we the Steelers. And in 14, that was the year I think they lost to the Giants in the wild card. And I was just like, well, dang, the Giants went on. I think they won it that year. So I'm like, well, you know what? This is dope, man. We got the city.
Yeah, we had 3 or 4 years of relevance.
Man.
Garrett Cole, AJ Burnett. We had a nice pitching staff. Had some nice
remember
players.
AJ, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
And then it just changed drastically.
But dude, even getting rid of like Neil Walker, like he hasn't done anything since he's left the Pirates. Starling Marte's might be the only one that I can think of in terms of position players. The pitchers, we could have the best pitching lineup in the league if we would have kept some of these guys.
Now, the Dippin' Dots, though, he brings up the Pirates management still. He's still saying that he doesn't feel like anything's going to change until
that's what I'm worried about.
Management's changed.
The ownership, yeah.
But outside of ownership, they technically did change management. They did clean house.
But I didn't think Huntington was like bad in terms of like he brought in McCutchen. He got us those 3 or 4 winning seasons.
Yeah.
And ultimately we didn't keep these players or just try to stay relevant through this all. That's the frustrating part. Now, is it right or wrong? Because like I'm telling you, I don't know. Some of these dudes, it seems like we got rid of them at the right time. It's just to go from that to then just the worst team in the league.
That's what hurts.
It's really frustrating because we experienced that for 20 years. Like The worst. Consistently.
Drew,
laughing stocks.
Well, first off, Drew says McCutcheon should have never cut his hair. He would have been dominant if he kept the long hair. I agree with that. But Mizzo Man brings up a good point here. Mizzo Man says, what do you think we would even get for trading Adam Frazier? Now, from the analysts that I've talked to, so from the analysts that I've talked to, I've seen them say that they're going to try to get 2 prospects, maybe one in the top 100, the other one be maybe a top 150 prospect. I've seen that. I've seen other where they're talking about trying to do a package like multi-team type trade thing as well. So, or excuse me, not multi-team trade, but multi like players involved in it, meaning, all right, this prospect plus this guy and that guy as well. Like, so that's the thing. But the big question is he worth 1 top 100 prospect or 2 top 100 prospects, or is it 2 top 150 prospects?
He's a hitting machine.
He is. I mean, he leads the MLB in batting percentage right now. I mean, like, and I think he has 5 going into the All-Star break. He was 5 hits above the next 2 guys that were tied or whatever for just, in
and I'm telling you, even some of his hits,
super consistent, man.
Yeah, even some of his hits, they're really good, and they'll just be out because he hits them right to the guy.
Yeah, he had a nice hit even in the All-Star game, man.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know how people value that, because you want probably with some of your infielders, like the whole 5-tool type of players, dudes that could also bomb it. He's not going to bring that to you, but someone to just get on base, run the bases good.
Yeah, it keeps the offense flowing, man.
Yeah, he's going to do that.
Yeah.
He's going to get on base. So, yeah, he'd be a good leadoff hitter for a team in contention.
No, without a doubt, man. But I think as a whole, though, we like the direction right now. Is that what we're going with? We like the direction of the team, or we're still
Definitely,
waiting?
Because we have no other options.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned with all these dudes that we're talking about that we're so amped up about these prospects.
Yeah. I'm really hyped about the prospects, though, man.
If we can't keep them, what's the point? Yeah. The only thing is, if we do win a World Series, it's fine. Exactly. I don't care. You get like a 5 or 10 year forgiveness period of like, if we let you go, we won a World Series with this process.
Right.
If we don't, if we're relevant and we're winning games, then we ultimately lose you and go back to that's the frustrating part. We haven't had much hope in the past 30 years outside of those 3 or 4 McCutcheon years.
Well, you know what they say.
What?
Trust the process. Hey, now.
We'll see.
We will see. But no, that was a good convo right there, man. We paid our due diligence.
Yeah.
We opted a little bit of Pirates action for y'all today, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Get the people what they want. But before we go, I did see people bringing up Cassius Marsh comments on the New England Patriots.
Wow.
You want to touch on this before we leave real quick, man?
Sure. Yeah.
Because I got, if you got time, we got time today. If you got time.
I will definitely bring it up.
Like I said, I'm not worried about sleep anymore. I probably will fall out when we're done with this, but right now, baby, who needs sleep? I'm vamp-like.
Oh yeah, because we got some Dion Branch response comments.
Oh, I didn't see. So for those that don't know, Cassius Marsh, he was on someone's podcast.
Tom Segura,
that's what it was. Yeah. And do you have the exact quote? Because I know I'm gonna butcher it. Yeah.
I think this is it. This is on Pro Football Talk, NBC Sports. This got to be it. The Patriot way is extremely impressive. The work day in and day out, their work ethic over there, what they instill is pretty legendary, but they also treat players like crap. You don't have a lunch period. You get there and you have to make time to eat in between meetings, and they're like 5 to 10 minute periods where I would literally go scoop food, put it in a cup, and crush it real quick before I got to the next meeting. There's no fun. There's no, well, that's what I got in trouble for saying they don't have fun. Let's see here. This isn't the first time Marsh criticized the Patriots. Oh, I guess he did this before. Did he do it when he was on the Seahawks then?
Yeah, because it was like right after he left. Because he was up there for like 9 games, I think.
A lot of players thanked me for making it public and how bad they treat guys. I mean, they win games, so you can't really argue with championships, Marsh said. Was that the quote you're talking about?
Yeah. That was basically it, man. Because for me, when I initially saw it, I was a little upset that people, instead of, acknowledging the validity of his statement, because it's been confirmed by multiple people.
I was gonna say this isn't the first time we've heard,
right? But
like
because it was Cassius, and obviously he's not the best player per se right now, people wanted to attack him about, oh man, how you go, this bum dude, man, this is sour grapes, he's bitter and this and that. I don't feel like players are bitter like that just because they didn't have success at the organization or they didn't win at the organization. I mean, I've said this to you before as well. With most players, because we don't love a lot of these teams that we play for. We like them because they pay us, but our love compared to like a fan's love is typically different because as fans, you grow up adoring this team, worshiping this team. This is your favorite. And you think about all the years you spend emotionally attached to this team. Whereas for us, we're from different areas. We're fans of different teams, different players growing up. We might not even like this team. And then you get here and it's like, all right, cool. Now, if you play long enough here, like I did 4 years, yeah, man, you grow to love it. And obviously you see it still shows even after the fact. But I think about how many guys came in for maybe 1 year or 2 years, and these are still very dope players, but their perspective of the Steelers is a little bit different. And I don't think it's sour grapes. I just think that for certain people, man, it just isn't a fit. It just doesn't mesh. But I don't think that when a person speaks truthfully about their experience with the organization, we should bash them if they weren't necessarily good players or not. But with Cassius, though, man, from everything I've heard, that is right on par with the course. You're gonna win, or at least when they had Brady, you were gonna win. Now that's gonna be the interesting part because last year was very different for those guys up there, and from personal experience, you can run it like a dictatorship. It can be this military style outfit when you are winning. But if you are losing, that gets old quick. That's part of the reason why you think of guys like Nick Saban, collegiately, they're great. You're always going to be in control. You're always going to have the best players. It's always going to work. So that power system that they have, it works. At the NFL level, with his balance how it is, because you look at how the salary cap is.
Well, if it screwed him, he didn't get Breeze, too.
True.
That's what he said. I mean, it goes back to Brady, right?
Absolutely.
Like, if you have a really good quarterback like that, it could smooth any of that over.
Right, but when you don't have that guy and you still try to be this is my way, is this way the Patriot way, and you're not winning, guys don't buy into it the same way. But also, man, the Patriot way worked not just because you had Brady, but also because you had Brady taking less money than market value every year. That's not realistic. So all of those things played into that Patriot way being successful as well, man. But I like the Steeler way better. How about that?
Deion Branch had a response.
What Deion say, though?
He said, New England isn't for every player. New England is not the place you want to go and think you're just going to play first and do your work later. No, it's you work first and then we play. As far as playing the game in New England, I do not agree with him on that. I never had a situation where I felt myself or any of my former teammates felt like they were mistreated. Let's see if we got anything else. No, I think that's Branch's main comment, though.
Okay.
Which, I don't know, that makes sense to me.
I wasn't expecting them from Deion Branch. I mean, he won a Super Bowl up there. He was a Super Bowl MVP up there, right?
MVP.
Yeah.
I think he was a part of the first three with them.
He was, yeah.
And you got to consider too different eras, I guess. Especially if you're Deion Branch versus Cassius Marsh, what he meant to the New England Patriots franchise.
Night and day, man. They treating Deion like different. A god up there. Deion before, because think about it, that was before Brady blew up. That was the start of Brady blowing up. That's when you're winning the first and the second ring for him, man. So yeah, Deion was still very much legitimate.
Well, not only just won different eras for the Patriots, because Marsh is in there. I don't know when he was on the team, maybe in like 18, 19 or something like that. But Branch is up there without this player empowerment that we have right now, where he feels like he could come out and say this. I mean,
it's a safe space.
There's that, but I just don't think that. I don't even think the thought of a work-life balance was at the forefront of people.
Not at all.
10 years ago.
Not at all.
When Deion Branch was playing football either. It was like you just come in. This is all you had. You didn't have the phone and all these other different types of opportunities.
Or these like platforms where you're able to directly talk to people and get out your opinion. Like you had to wait till a reporter interviewed you. And then you had to wait till that reporter put it in print and put it into paper. You know, like it was just way different of a time, man. Way different.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not like taken away from anything Cassius Marsh says, but there's just different levels to this because I think there are a lot of things that back up what he's saying. Yeah. But then you got a guy like Deion Branch, you probably got dudes that were really good on the Patriots. Like
Darrell like Brady. I want to hear Brady.
Dude, even Brady, but like say Darrell Revis or like dudes that were actually really good. It's like, no, we didn't care about this.
He's an interesting one though.
He would be an interesting one, I guess. But it felt like he just kind of played the part too whenever he went up there. He hasn't ripped on it, has he? I think.
No, I think the biggest thing, I just thought stylistically it didn't work because they're more structured, whereas Ocho was more like he could just improvise. Like his route running was more, this is what I'm gonna run. Like I'm the feature. Like hit me, and his routes were just insane. You know, But I think up there in New England, it's more of that timing. Like, I want you to run just to this spot and turn around. I don't want you to try to shake this dude and get open. Sit here and just wait. And like, it's just a different style of play.
I think he should have left it at, hey, it wasn't as much fun up there. It's tough, as opposed to bringing up. What was it saying? Like, I have to rush to get lunch.
Yeah. He said,
it's
I can't, bro, like, you don't even get a lunch period. You just grab your food and you just go. Like, I don't care about that, dude.
This is what you're bringing up to say that they were bad up there?
But you do got to eat, though. Imagine if we worked all the time, we didn't get a chance to have a lunch break. That would be sad. I would be hurt.
You think it was like that? I mean,
I don't know. I've heard it was tough. I've heard it's bad at times. I didn't hear it was that bad. I heard it was bad. Like, and this is from a Super Bowl champ, like a guy who won a ring with them dudes. Not played in one, because I know y'all. Oh, you know Debo. No, not played in one. Even though I got comments from him too, but from a guy that won the Super Bowl there, he definitely was like, yo, it's miserable at times, but when you win the ring, he says it makes it all worth it, and that's the difference. So I don't think Cassius won a ring up there, though. No, because that was the year they actually did win it, but he was gone by then, though. He only played 9 games there.
Yeah.
So man,
I mean, I don't know. It's bold just making those comments while you're still playing too. Especially last year with Seattle, you're like a fringe guy.
Yeah, I mean, you literally could end up back on the street. Think about that. You could be on the street.
At least wait till you're retired to be safe.
You could be back on the street calling them up like, can I get a job? Can I come play?
I don't know. He's sticking with it, though. I guess if he made those comments last year, he's saying it again. It's not fun up there. But like we were just saying, sometimes work. It's not. I mean, it's supposed to be amazing fun every time. The work-life balance stuff is important. True. I mean, that's been brought to the forefront over these past however many years. Yeah. But it's not going to be perfect every time. It's not going to be. Man. It's not going to be your definition of fun perfectly. And if it's not fun for you, if it's too much or you don't, then just don't play. Nah,
I definitely agree with that, man.
Bill Belichick's still employed. Like, the people that are running it up there are still employed. So if you don't like it, either try to go to a different team or don't play football. I don't know what else there is.
But hey, man, he doubled down on it. I'm glad that he feels confident enough to speak on it, though, while he's still playing. That takes a lot of gravitas for effect. But yeah, man, I think that is everything. Steven Rhodes, man, I'm sorry you are late to the show. Don't worry. You know you can catch the replay, baby. That's the beauty of YouTube. Shout out to them for that. Kenneth Beamer, he says, great show, man. Loving the content, Pittsburgh for life. We appreciate you as well. Mizo, man, he asked if we talked about Richard Sherman. We already have. That's at the beginning of it. Once we end this, you'll be able to go right back to the beginning, man, and play that thing and hear, our comments on it, our thoughts and reactions to it. I mean, we might be able to see a new update, honestly. Yeah.
I could check.
And then Juan Rangel says, any news on my Claypool jersey? Man, if Chase was going to be on that roster in the softball game, you pull up on him there, but I don't think he's on the roster. But we're going to look into it, though, babe. We're looking into it for you.
Do you want me to check, or you want?
You can check real quick.
All right, I'll check. I'll just go to Schefter. If Schefter doesn't have it, we're not worried about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, call me K. Very persistent. We love it, though. We love it.
Okay, hold on. We do have some updates.
We got an update? Okay, what it says?
We got a few, actually. I got to read through this now. Let me...
Uh-oh. Breaking news.
Okay, we're good.
We got a Deke update.
So from where we last left off, here are some recent ones. Richard Sherman's wife, Ashley Moss, told Seattle Times he didn't harm anyone. My kids were not harmed in the incident. He's a good person, and this is not his character. We're doing all right. Just trying to get him out. I want people to know no one was injured. So she said that. There's one more tweet.
Yo, shout out to wifey for standing up for the homie.
Richard Sherman has not been formally charged. He cannot be until he appears in King County District Court,
judge, right?
Which will not be until Thursday afternoon. Until then, Sherman will remain in King County Correctional Facility in Seattle. Yeah, so those are the two tweets that we did not have.
Yeah, so that's interesting news, though, right there, man. So it's definitely good to hear from the wife that it was no physical, assault of anything going on with anybody. That's huge, right there, man. That takes the level of seriousness down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because now we're looking more so at this could have been a neighbor calling and basically saying, hey, yo, man, just a little disturbance next door. Come check it out. I know some places, I'm not sure about Washington, but I do know when I was in New York with Buffalo, that was one of their policies that if they get called to domestic violence, somebody has to get arrested. Right or wrong, somebody got to go with them, though. Could be a case like that as well, man. So it is good, though, that the wife did come out there and speak very positively of him. Whew. So that's positive.
Yeah, definitely. And that's where the signs were pointing in some of the initial reports from Schefter. So that's how it's playing out right now. And hopefully,
very true, man.
Hopefully everything could work itself out then.
Yeah, but the nobody getting injured part was huge. We and like I said, we'll continue to monitor this because obviously this was a player that was on our radar that we talked about potentially coming here to help us out in the secondary. And he had obviously said on, I think it was with Stephen A, that he had interest in that he would, he's open to it. So we'll obviously continue to monitor it, man. But that is very encouraging, though, to hear his wife say that as well. Not anybody else, his wife.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Definitely.
I like that right there, man. I like that.
Is that all we got?
Oh, before we go, we got Barilla92, though. He says, shout out to you, Barilla92, also. Major love. We appreciate you. He says, should I get a Claypool or a Najee Harris jersey? Also, the gold badge looks real nice. Yeah, the gold badge is for those like super upper room members. Them ground floor upper room members. They stamp, sign, seal, deliver. I see you call me K. I see you Kenneth Beamer. I see you Barilla92. But man, what jersey should he get? I'm going to say Najee. Just based on years. I mean, Najee's younger, so you assume that.
He might not be.
Oh, shoot. You're right.
He might not be.
Well,
let me check.
I was saying younger in terms of contract status, right? Like,
sure.
Claypool is going to come up on his contract situation a lot sooner than Najee. So, with contracts, we know it's a chance that a person might leave or they might stay, but it's, 50-50 with that. With Najee, he's going to at least be here for 5 years. That's the only thing.
Oh, that's a good point. So
that's what I was saying, because with Claypool, you're looking at 2 years right now. 2 years because he don't have a 5th year option.
Oh, I can't even pull up his Pro Football Reference. Hold on. I go to Sports Reference, I guess. Yeah. They got the college taken care of. No, they don't have his age. My God. Hold on.
How you don't pull up Pro Football Reference?
They don't have one for Najee yet. Cause
go ESPN then.
I think Najee is older. He definitely is.
Oh, man. Because how old is Claypool?
Not by much. I think we're talking months right here. Claypool, he's 23. He actually just turned 23. It looks like 7 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, July 7th.
Wow.
Najee turned 23 in March. So yeah, it's by months.
Wow.
Claypool's younger. That's
wild. I like it though. But either way, contract wise, Claypool has 2 years left before he's gonna be up for a negotiation. So just be careful. So that's why I'm going Najee. They not negotiating with Najee for 5 years, baby. They gonna get every single ounce of mileage out of that young man. Ask me how I know, Deke. Ask me how I know. Say, Moats, how you know, man?
I think we all know.
How you know, Moats? How you know they gonna get everything? Come on, just ask me. Just ask me, man. Come on, man.
How do you know, Moats?
Man, I seen this play out in person, man. I seen Le'Veon Bell. They gonna get every little drop that you got, Najee. That little that you thought you had, we're gonna get that too from you, baby. So if you want to get a jersey, he's a great one to get because they go get every single. Like by the time they done with Najee, when you need them new tires, like your tires look bald headed. Like that's how Najee gonna look. The tread's gonna be all the way done when they done with him, and I'm all for it. All right, I'm just telling you right now. You take running back in the first, use every single bit of them, and we 5th year option them. Absolutely. Yep, sure am.
Unless that 2-headed monster, Harris Snow.
Nah, we don't want no 2-headed monster.
Dude, as soon as you said Snell's looking like something right here this offseason, now that obviously that started getting my mind going.
We're going to have to talk about him soon, too, because Brooke Pryor, she just released an article, I think it was today,
really,
where she was putting her list of potential veteran surprise cuts. She has his name on the list. So, we're going to have to react and talk about that a little bit. Man, we're not going to do that today, though. We got to say that. We got to save some content for next time.
I'm going off your reports, though, I think.
You're going to save some content. It's good, man. Trust me. You can trust me.
I know. I'm trusting you on that.
I got you, man. I ain't going to lead you the wrong way.
I know.
It might be times that you don't drink the water, but I'm always going to lead you to where the water is.
You didn't last year on Claypool.
Yeah, I take you to where the water is. You just don't drink it all the time. But I'm going to take you there. I'm going to take you there because I got your back. All right?
Thanks, man.
I got y'all back in the chat, too. Don't think I don't have y'all back. All right? And Johnny Pophead, man, we appreciate you saying that you rocking with the vid, man. We appreciate that from the heart, man. Yes, indeed. So, with that being said, think we've addressed everything.
Yeah, it was good.
I think
good podcast.
We talked about our Manscaped peoples. Promo code Moats, 20% off, free shipping. We talked about them. We talked about the celebrity softball game. Me and Deke, we back outside, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday. All right, Wild Things Arena. I put the link in the chat. You're just gonna have to scroll back through it a little bit, and I'm gonna also put the link in the description box afterwards if you're interested in pulling up. It's gonna be a star-studded event, man. You got Cam Hayward, Najee Harris, Zach Banner.
Moats
gonna pull up. Most time in there, baby. Yes, I'm in there. I'm in the flesh. Doran Dickerson, man. Dude, just a who's list in this softball game this Saturday going down right out here, man. Like I said, me and yours truly will be out there, man. So if y'all pull up, man, say what's good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let us know y'all rocking with us, because we're going to have people that's hitting us with the, yo, I remember y'all from the tailgates. That might be a different crowd. We're going to have people that come to me and say, yo, Moats, I remember I listened to your show, but it might not be this show. So if y'all really rocking with me and D, y'all going to have to let us know that, yo, it's
I guess they would recognize me, maybe, but
Absolutely.
they would recognize me from the tailgate.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So they're gonna need to let us know, like, nah, bro, it's we live stream gang. You know what I mean? Or we with the podcast. Like, y'all let us know. But either way, we're gonna be looking forward to y'all, man. So with that being said, baby, until next time.
Peace.